Good morning, good morning.
Hey, it's like we've never done this before. I don't know what's going on.
We weren't quite prepared, but now we are.
I'm prepared for coffee. That's what I'm prepared for.
Only 3 minutes late. Granny was
Sorry
already.
about that.
Are you podcasting?
Sorry, guys. I don't like being late, but here we are.
Okay. Good morning, Angela.
Hello.
So, you guys.
Good morning, good morning.
Children are done school. It feels like summer has
official
started.
now?
Yeah.
I'm so far out of it that I don't even know really what the last day is.
I know.
Is today the last day? But you can feel it that like people have started going away.
Yes.
Because really, what's happening in the last day or two? So teachers,
congratulations.
yay! Summer started.
Good morning, Rachel.
Margarita time.
Right.
Good morning. Good morning.
5 o'clock somewhere.
Good morning from hot Boston, you guys. They're having such a heat wave out east.
I'm so thankful it breaks before we get there.
Does it?
It looks like.
Jodi.
But who knows? Weather can change, but thank goodness. Good morning, Darlene.
At least you're going to get maybe a bit of a break.
Yes.
Good morning, Stacy. Good morning, everybody. Lac Saint-Jean, Quebec.
Good
Bonjour.
morning, Quebec. Good morning, Alex.
Good morning, Alex. Good morning, Mom.
Good morning, Mom. I'm going to stop by and give you a hug goodbye before I leave today.
I also have to call you about something.
Okay.
So, anyway, that's that.
She texted.
There's always something.
Always something. I love it.
I do. I love it
so,
too. Good morning, Star.
Good morning, Star, and good morning, BJ.
Hello, BJ.
Hello, Sabrina.
And little new puppy, Toby. How cute would that be to have a new puppy?
Good morning, Kristen.
Not that you actually have time for that at the moment.
No, but listen. If my husband said, "Let's get a fourth cat," what would I be doing today instead of packing? Getting a fourth cat.
Okay, but you have a fourth in your new house, so you're good to go.
Yes, I'm good to go
for a little while.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I can see how you would be a lot with the cats to rein it. Like, you don't want to fight about everything, but it's like,
no.
When's...
Listen, if he liked cats, I would probably have 6.
Okay. You would stop at 6. You have restraint. I stand corrected.
Probably. Except, I don't begrudge him for saying 2 was max, right? 2 dogs, 2 cats. It's a bit zoo-like some days.
Well,
Good
whatever
morning.
works.
Good
Whatever works.
morning.
And it's kind of fun to just have it, like, organically work, right? Like, you tried to foster, that didn't work, so now we have a kit. Like, you don't plan a lot of it.
No.
And this other one came to you.
Yes.
So that's exciting.
Yeah.
It was meant to
His
be.
name's Charlie. Okay, good
Charlie.
morning. Hi, Lori. Hi, Lori. Hi, Gail.
It's very nice to see everybody here this morning.
Fresno.
Maybe you're just stumbling here and you don't know what's going on. I'm Tracie.
I'm Jodi.
And we are sisters. And we live in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And we love to knit and all that stuff. So grab a project and join us.
We're going to sit for the next hour or 2 and we're going to talk everything fibery knitting.
Totally. I even have a cookbook recommendation because it's just that time of year that I do a lot of this.
Yeah.
This is a new cookbook from someone I think is amazing. I've got many of her books. So I want to share that today too. Okay,
good.
But yeah, that's that.
I want to shout out Paula, our friend Paula from Columbus that we met. She spoiled us with caramels. But if you guys have been watching the Karen Reid trial, she was found not guilty. And that was a big deal this week in my world because I was following.
Yeah, right?
Anyway, so yeah, that was big. What else? Packing.
Well, that's the other thing, right? Yes, you're packing your house.
Yes.
We were just so lucky to be hosted in Columbus, Ohio, since you kind of mentioned it. Yarn Birds brought us to town.
Yeah.
And we had the best weekend last weekend with all these amazing makers. We had some social nights and workshops, and it was just a dream.
Those weekends when we can immerse ourselves with people and just be together and create and get inspired by everybody's knitting and crocheting and making, it was so much fun.
We had familiar faces show up, which was really amazing. And we met so many new people.
Yeah.
And one of the new people was Trail Dog Pizza.
Yes.
Which is so cool. This is a local food truck in Columbus, Ohio. They're just getting started, but let me tell you, They have scienced their pizza. It is so amazing.
Their cheese was amazing.
Everybody raved. Like, it didn't
Yes.
matter what you ordered. Everything was
Yes.
delicious.
Yeah.
And it was part of the weekend at Yarnbirds. So for lunch, for Friday and Saturday, it was just there.
Okay, that was such a brilliant idea on Robin's behalf. And because the partner of the truck is a beautiful yarn dyer,
Rachel.
Rachel.
So Rachel was serving us pizza and supporting her partner in the yarn truck, but she forgot something. Hello.
I know.
She is ZZ Textiles, and she's a phenomenal yarn dyer. So maybe keep your eye out for Rachel's yarn, or just go to her website.
Yeah.
Hi, Robin.
Good morning.
Our friend Robin is here from Yarnbirds.
I don't think I had purchased ZZ. I don't even know if I was familiar, if I'm honest. She's local, and I hadn't seen her anywhere.
I know, me either, which is like one of the best things ever, to discover a new indie dyer to you.
Yeah.
She also has some really cool bases that I'd not seen before, but the whole weekend in general was amazing. I do have some yarn to share. It was just, Robin says ZZ Textiles will be with me at Cake Palooza.
Fun.
You guys,
Yeah.
save some money for the ZZ Textiles and Yarnbirds. That's going to be super cool. So it was just a great weekend all around. Like, you come home having had the best time. Here's a little thing that I couldn't really wrap my brain around. We were hosted, so Yarnbirds, the yarn shop, is downstairs, and there's an apartment upstairs.
Yes.
Which is an actual Airbnb, so you guys can rent that. But we got to live in a yarn shop for a weekend. You could wake up in the middle of the night, if you wanted to, and walk around a yarn shop. It was really cool.
That's so
it was amazing.
funny. Okay, you know what I just remembered? I have a reel to make about our weekend, and I'm doing that this afternoon.
Okay.
Now that I've remembered.
Okay.
It completely slipped my mind, and then Tracie's got a bit of a follow-up.
We do have something.
Okay, good.
Yes,
okay,
yes,
so
we
that's
do.
my bad.
No,
you
like
should have reminded.
Jodi, it's like there are 100 things going on in the background. And yes, we're going to do that. You could even send me photos if you want me to do it, whatever.
Yeah.
But we had the best time. So thank you to Robin and her entire team. You made us feel like totally at home. We just felt, with everybody that we got to meet, that it was the best time ever. And it really was.
And a special shout out to her amazing team.
Yes.
Kristen, Andrea, who else was there?
Denise.
They were incredible.
Yeah. Yes.
Anyway,
yes.
so we came away with such amazing, lasting memories and friends.
And Robin had beautiful samples in her shop. I'm still thinking about what I want to, get back there and order myself.
So Yarnbirds is open one day a week.
Yeah. Well, 24 hours a day online.
Right.
Right. But if you're local or want to drive in.
Robin's taste in yarn, you guys, is beautiful.
Yes.
So if you're lucky enough or passing through, hit Robin up. I actually think if she's in town and it's a different day, maybe I'm imagining this, but she would entertain like a pop-in.
Hey,
if
send
it's
an
not
email.
Wednesday.
All she can say is it doesn't work, or maybe it does work.
Anyway,
who the heck knows?
Wednesdays, mark your calendar, go visit Yarnbirds.
Because you go in the shop and then you go on the Birdie, the big motorhome yarn shop. There's no shortage of amazing yarn. And actually, we'll talk a little bit about it later because we bought a few fun things.
Yeah. Oh, Robin would absolutely take an appointment.
Okay, nice.
If she's around.
Nice.
Okay.
I almost didn't want to leave. Let's just say that.
know.
I want to live in a yarn shop just like Robin. So.
Yeah.
Super fun. So thank
now
you
we're
to
back.
everybody
It was
that
great.
came. It was the best
Really,
weekend.
really, really great.
Yeah. Now we're back. And actually,
back.
I've been knitting a little bit. I have some like dream knitting that I want to do. I've been having really fun with our summer make along, like our tanks and tees and knitting those things.
You guys, okay. Tin Can Knits just came out with a brand new t-shirt.
I know. We'll share.
I purchased it.
Good.
Because it reminded me, you can get something on the needles, you guys, and because it's a short sleeve or a tank, this one happens, you can have it in a couple of weeks and be wearing it this summer.
Especially if you're a teacher and you're not working, like if you're done, listen. No, but really, if you have, it just depends how much time you have to dedicate, but it's way faster than a full sweater, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Somebody told me years and years ago that sleeves are a third of your garment.
Yeah.
So I always kind of have that in my mind, like that's that much faster with a tee. I love it. I'm loving it. I really, as much as I love my woolly sweaters, I really just want to keep cranking out these like summer fiber things because I just love wearing them.
Me too. Are we backwards?
Yvonne.
Good morning, Yvonne. Are we still backwards, you guys? We tried uninstalling and reinstalling the app in case that we have one more try next time to see. We're on our mission to
we're
get
still,
this unmirrored.
I know,
So
it's ridiculous.
We're still backwards. Okay.
Backwards. Okay, great.
Well, maybe this is the new look.
Great. Ugh. Okay. I don't know what's going on. Maybe we should do it on my laptop.
Right. The camera's not as good.
Okay.
The laptop cameras just aren't as good as
Okay.
these. Just FYI.
All right. Oy vey. It's too much to hope that it was actually solved.
Totally. Okay.
What are you wearing?
Okay. Do you want to know what I'm wearing?
Yes, I know what you're wearing.
So I'm packing, you guys, and rediscovering all these amazing knits because I haven't been wearing a lot of wraps or shawls.
Sure.
So as I'm going through, I'm like, there was a reason I love these, right? And
Yes.
wore them. This is called the Tracie shawl from Joji Locatelli. And it was an homage to Tracie and her birthday.
When the first time we met Joji, she arrived and she had designed a pattern in both of our names.
Yeah.
And of course, it's something we will never forget. And she was so thoughtful and mindful about what we would love to knit ourselves.
Yeah.
And she chose a deep triangle. I love a triangle shawl, you guys.
So, you guys, you might look at this and say, well, I don't know how to wear this. And I kind of did at first. But once you wear it, it is so versatile.
This is actually dramatic and beautiful. This is a very fun to knit
Yeah.
with lots of garter stitch, some striping, and some very simple like mesh lace that's not difficult at all. I think the knit experience as a process is really amazing, but also you get this really, really dramatic V, and you can put this, you know, on a diagonal. You can have it lots of different ways.
You can have it here at the front and just draping down the front. But you guys saw what I was doing
It's
with
fingering weight, so it's light as a feather. 2 skeins. All you need is 2 skeins of fingering weight yarn.
Kind of did it partly on my shoulder. And
The one that I knit,
this.
I did in a yak silk base. Like if you can get anything that's got a little bit of that, the drape is insane. And I added tassels to my 2-point. Like you can do whatever.
This is Walk Collection, if memory serves. It will be in the pattern because this is actually
No, I think that's Blue Moon Fiber Art Socks That Rock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is
So good.
one of the all-time
I
most
believe
amazing
this is
yarns.
actually the sample.
It is
In the pattern. So
It
if
is.
you want to know the color, head on over to Joji's
Yeah.
pattern page and she'll have it in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is absolutely stunning.
So
and of course, check out the Jodi shawl, which is a crescent.
this is so good.
Yeah.
Like
it
it's
is.
just kind of like I didn't love it in the front this morning. I'm wearing jeans and a t-shirt, so it's kind of just asymmetrical on my shoulders.
It's stunning.
I
I
love
love
it.
it too. Jodi,
Thank
it looks
you.
great on you.
Thank you.
And you're not wearing a lot of shawls because you're in menopause.
Good news, hot flashes started up again. Good news, they're not gone. It was just on temporary pause.
Brutal. I'm wearing my Ship Shape by Heidi Kiermaier that I recently finished. I wish I could put it
so
in like a
good.
copier and go cha-ching, cha-ching, run off a bunch of different colors. It makes me want to knit another one. It's knit in Sandnes Garn Lina yarn, which is one of those
Lina.
ones that people fall in love with. This was my first experience knitting it. I get it. I'm on.
Fun fact, Lina was
Yeah.
our Baba's name. My dad's mom.
Yes, Lena. I was like, fun fact. What's coming down the road? Jodi, that's awesome.
Yeah.
It is a very affordable yarn. It's mostly cotton. It's got some linen and viscose. I don't know what the magic is. I'm also knitting another t-shirt in it today, and I'll share that. I've already sort of on my way, and it's really like I'm not stopping. I love it. It's a great non-wool sort of yarn that you can knit. Maybe you're wool sensitive. Maybe you just don't want heavy, hot things, or maybe you just want a good warm weather yarn. This is the one that I use, the one that came in a DK. It comes in a fingering weight. So go for it.
We love it.
It is really like a more than 2 thumbs up for me. I've thrown it in the washing machine. I've thrown it in the dryer. I've laid it flat to dry. Like, I just can't.
It's such a versatile yarn.
It's very versatile, and I love the price point. I love that it's,
Yeah.
so affordable, and the color palette's insane. You can get it at 2 of our local yarn shops here for sure. Statement Junkie, and I think the Little Blue Fiber Studio also carries it. So if you're local, you guys, check it out.
Welcome to our new live viewers, because we're on a Wednesday.
Yes.
Right?
They're the only ones not confused about what's going on.
Right, because I love that, because Thursday obviously doesn't work for everybody, and we love our Thursday group. But it's nice to if people are looking to jump in alive.
Yes.
It's nice that it's...
Yes, I'm so happy to see everybody. And, this time of day for sure doesn't work for everybody, which is why I love, we can interact with you guys live, which is the very best part of this for us.
Yeah.
We get to chat with you. But, of course, it uploads to our channel. You can watch it anytime.
Anna, thank you. I'm going to talk about the 12 whip challenge. Remind me again if I don't get too far.
Okay.
I'm going to sprinkle... There's so many patterns that has come up. I'm so inspired.
Sprinkle?
I'm going to sprinkle them in as we go. And this is a great first one.
How about an INSPO sprinkle? I love it.
Because this and the yarn and the stripes made me think of Sari's new pattern.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
So this is called the Saltwind Tee, and it's by Sari Nordland, and it is a DK pattern. And what, you guys, it is a basic tee. We're not going to play that it's not, but you know what Sari does beautifully is classic shape and the gorgeous wider stripes in this.
I love that. And I love, yes, basic, but honestly, look at that shoulder. That's not a raglan. That's not a round yoke.
I don't mean basic. I mean the shape.
Yeah.
She's not inventing the wheel.
No, but I do love this classic design that you can do in a million different colors. You can do it solid. You can do it whichever way you want. I think this really caught my eye. My next Lina project, the last summer knit that I want to get on my needles, is something in black and cream.
No,
and yes,
I love that. Do you see the shoulder, you guys? It's not just a raglan. She's built it and picked up stitches. It's really beautiful.
I love it. Listen, I am a giant Sari fan. And if you are thinking, what am I going to knit in this Lina she won't shut up about? There are so many of Sari's patterns that are that gauge for the DK
This is
version.
20 stitches.
And
this is a beautiful gauge.
And the pattern that I'm going to show is my whip. It's actually meant to be a long sleeve. It's meant to be for winter. It's meant to be wool, I think. But I've substituted this summery yarn.
Yeah, I love it.
Are we sponsored by this? No, we just this is literally just a yarn that I'm loving. And of course I'm knitting a lot with it. So you guys are going to hear about it. But it's old news because everybody that seems to knit with it really loves it. I'm just sort of joining that side. I love that tee.
I love that
Sari
tee.
also just came out or is coming out with a lace tank and a fully lace long skirt. This elegant, beautiful,
she's killing
gorgeous.
The game right now. She has been so inspired. I have another Sari one coming up in our sprinkle.
Okay.
I've been knitting a bit.
Jodi,
I was knitting a
I'm
bit.
so happy to hear that because I know we keep saying you're packing. Jodi's actually moving her home. They are moving. So you know what that's kind of like.
Yeah.
Are you finding this is like a nice break in the evening or whatever for you?
It's even if I'm 10 minutes, you guys.
Yes.
It's just I'm making myself do the 15 minutes a day.
Good.
Because otherwise, sometimes life gets crazy, and then you don't do it, and then you're like,
don't you feel like that's
because.
It's important and it feels good, right? To just get that time.
15 turns into more normally.
Yeah, if you can squeak out 30.
Yeah. It's grounding, it's centering. A lot of times I don't even have anything on. I just sit in quiet.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love it.
So I started, my husband wanted a black hat.
Good thing you love him a lot.
And I did originally have a skein of undyed because one of our friends of the podcast suggested knit it in natural and dye it.
Yes.
Brilliant. But then our new linen base, I was going to call it fleece and flax. Our new linen base is dark with a little fleck. So this is as black as he's going to get right now.
And it's not as hard on your eyes
No.
as a true like solid black yarn.
Right.
Jodi, this is so beautiful. You were knitting this on our airplane trips
Yes.
there and back. I am in love with it already.
So when I go somewhere, like a vanilla sock or a vanilla hat that you don't need to follow a pattern. That's what I was after, right? Because otherwise I'll screw stuff up. So what I'm doing, this is going to be a pattern. It's just a little cable. Tracie
Well, this is not
showed me.
that.
What?
This is not vanilla.
I mean, no, I don't mean vanilla. I mean something I do, either vanilla or something I don't need to follow a pattern.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, so I'm doing a little cable. That, you know what I love? Look, when it follows like exactly this follows that rib,
Jodi.
and then these two ribs are those, and I love it when it. Anyway,
those are small things that make a big impact on a hat. I think so too.
Love it.
Where those knit stitches start right from the cast on and they go all the way through. So this is Jodi's new design.
This is a new design.
We're gonna get to knit this.
The one thing I had done all the ribbing and then decided what I was doing up here. So this was my thought, you guys. So if you won't notice until I point it out, there's 2 purl stitches here and only 1 here between this little mock cable.
Okay.
So this is for Shane. He'll never notice. And it's perfectly great.
Yeah.
So when I actually do it, I'll be adding the extra purl here just because my crazy brain doesn't love this.
Right. I see that.
Right.
I hear and understand what you mean.
Yes.
I don't notice it.
Yes.
But I hear you as far as like a pattern goes. You
Right.
want it to be. And I like I said to you before, I think this is just classic and
So
gorgeous.
it's been fun.
And even though it's cabled, that little one is a mock cable, so it's not. You've got all that ribbing. The fit's going to be amazing.
Right.
It's so stretchy still.
And I've done it, you guys. So it's a 4-row repeat. And so row 1 and row 4 are the 2 rows. Row 1 is your little mock here. And then row 4 is you're twisting the cable here. So
Wow.
It's so easy. So there's 2 rest rows and 2 work rows. It's easy.
It'll be
easy to
very
remember, yeah.
easy to see. Jodi,
And
I love
remember,
it.
I'm following through on these projects and these hats that are close to being done. I'm determined to get them out to pattern.
Great.
Yeah.
I love that.
When?
Big thumbs up. High five. Good job.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. But you know what I'm allowing myself? This is what I've decided. We have been taught by an amazing mom and dad who were always incredible go-getters. I'm going to do it. Whether it's a lot or a little. Like they were just like, I'm going to do it, right? And so that instilled amazing work ethics and ways we do put that into
And
our
not
life.
farming things out. Like we're just, well, we can do it.
Well, that's
we
what
feel
I mean.
confident.
It's like my mom's like, I can fucking do this.
Yeah.
So it's like, I
even
can
when
do
she
this.
shouldn't have been.
Right. So what I'm allowing myself a little more grace and
Yeah.
say, I will write the pattern and maybe pass that off to someone who can format it and get it beautiful so I can upload it.
I love that idea, Jodi.
Because that's where I stop. I have it written in my pattern book, handwritten in my pattern book.
Yeah.
I have so many hats in there.
So type it out.
And just send them a basic PDF. And
Do you have your formatted thing? Like if you want me just to type it out. Because you had.
Right.
I mean-
I could have a basic layout that I plug and play.
Right.
I don't have to get creative and make every single pattern look different.
Right. Right.
Anyway, that's what I'm talking about. That extra little bit of stuff that's preventing me from getting it done. Maybe I put my hand up and say,
Right.
I need some help.
And there's
with
certain
this.
things you love to do and certain things that take longer and you don't love to do.
That.
Those are the good things
Yes.
to pass off.
Yeah. Anyway, that's
Jodi, I love that. And
it's okay to ask for help when you think
I was
you
just
need...
going to say, the lesson is it's
Yeah.
okay to not be the one doing 100% of everything. And I do feel like that's one of the hardest things for a lot of people
Yeah.
to ask for help. To
And
just
not-
say, I
Yeah.
can't, can you just do this for
Yeah.
me?
And not only ask for help, but release it from any guilt.
Right.
Like just be empowered that you knew enough that you of your limits.
Yeah. For whatever reason.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Jodi, just
Light
a little
bulb
bit of
thing.
philosophy and psychology this morning.
This lip gloss, you guys, this Fenty lip gloss that kind of like
Oh, let me see. Oh, okay.
it like reacts to your
God,
like
it's the cutest package.
it reacts to your like
Oh, it goes super hot pink.
it's a little pink.
You know what?
It's a little pink.
I don't buy the ones that are like mystery colors anymore.
This is the mystery color. It's not terrible. It's just a little hotter than I would look a day
No,
lip.
I like about 3 different colors, and I'm not willing to. But you know what I do love? This one, this Fenty is called, okay, it's something chocolate. Hot chocolate fantasy.
Yeah.
And it's really like a plummy neutral. I love it.
And it's shifting. It's a little iridescent.
For gloss,
with the sparkle.
for gloss,
Oh.
Fenty's it for me for gloss. While we're kind of like touching on a little bit of self-care beauty, if you were here 1 or 2 episodes ago, we have loved Jones Road for a couple of years, however long it's been out. We've been buying it and wearing it and loving it. They were so generous. And they sent us a package for you. You're going to get all of this. We really want to thank you for showing up for us here on YouTube all the time. And we're going to do a gift away to one of you. Apparently the algorithm doesn't like it when you say the other word. And we're going
Really?
to... Yeah, something weird.
Okay,
I don't
good.
know. You get bots or something.
I love gift away.
And then our dear friends, Timber Yarns, have done this Alberta self-striping sock set with a little bit of hot cocoa and stitch stoppers. This is going to be for one of you. So leave us a comment down below this video. When we get back on our next video, we will have drawn a lucky winner and we will ship this to you. And we hope that you get some amazing, fun with the Jones Road and then knit yourself whatever you want with your self-striping yarn.
Maybe down below. This is after the live, you guys. Maybe let us know what something you're hoping to do this summer.
Yeah.
Whether it's sit and knit and do nothing, or maybe it's a little vacay away. Let us know what's happening in your world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is like, we can't believe we got anything from Jones Road because we are just giant fans. We absolutely want to share this with you guys. So thank you for being here. Leave us a comment after this has gone to our channel. We're streaming live right now. At the end of this video, it will be posted up to our channel. That's when you leave a comment.
Yeah, perfect.
We want to make sure that you guys get in there. So yeah, tell us about your summer or your winter if you're in the southern hemisphere. What's going on with you? Thanks. Ultimately, just thank you. Thank you for being here. We just love seeing you.
Okay, you guys. Next pattern. So, next pattern I'm going to show is the Riptide Tee. I think I showed that, didn't I?
Okay, well...
Yes. Did I?
No, it just came out.
This is a brand new one. It's by Jennifer Shields Toland.
We love Jennifer's...
Okay, she's a newer to me design.
We met at Rhinebeck.
I know, but for some reason...
This beautiful pattern, this Riptide, I believe is a series. I believe it's, like shawl, everything. Like, I think this is that. Let me tell you, every single one of these...
Let me tell you, it is a sport weight 23 stitch gauge.
Nice.
So look at the details. That is sweet, you guys.
I think Jen is an awesome designer. If you haven't checked out her patterns yet, I think you should. You get in there, you're going to see some beautiful, just sort of like those things that you would put in your wear. You have no trouble wearing any of those. Like I just think they're beautifully designed.
I love it. Okay,
that's a great choice.
Of the beautiful helper for Robin with the lavender hair.
Denise.
I think
I say that with
what's the t-shirt?
I don't know. That was your job to. I don't
Remind
know.
me,
Mia.
No, that wasn't it.
Yes, it is.
Mia. Okay, got it. I'm going in. Okay, so that was another pattern that came out.
Pretty
that
sure.
Was I love. Okay.
Yeah.
What are you knitting?
I will show you. One of the fun things at Yarnbirds again, Robin had brought in a giant wall of the redesigned bags. No, this is the one. Okay, when I gave you yours,
I never saw black.
When I gave you yours at Christmas, I had bought one for myself, and I was like, "This is amazing! I'm buying one for Jodi." That's how that happened.
Oh,
so I've had this forever.
I don't think I've seen it. Is it
you
black?
Haven't? Yes, it's black.
I could have seen it yesterday and forgotten.
Anyway, it's the redesign number 9. We've been enjoying these very much. But it was funny because lots of people were getting into the redesign bags.
They were gorgeous. Please remind me. I want to borrow your black baize tote.
Oh,
please.
You can have it.
I just want to borrow it for this trip. Anyway, you guys, this wall of redesigned. Let me see if I can find a photo while Tracie talks about her project.
I could do the one that we're going to share later.
Okay, I love it.
Oh my gosh, I hope Robin doesn't mind. It's meant with
Robin's got a great sense of humor.
She really does. Anyway, I have been loving these bags. So here's my tee. This is what I've been knitting, but I really love the little storage things that are going on in this. Like I've got my 2 needles that I'm going to use for my sleeves and ribbing. There's a zip pouch for all my notions and stuff. And then there's still pockets over here. It's hard to see when it's all black. Trust me, there's a lot of storage. For me, that's a big deal. I love pockets. So I am still knitting. And
Well, I'm glad you said it. Still.
we're all thinking that. Can you just shut up?
Look at
No.
This is the wall. You're getting just a glimpse, and that's mostly like she sold a lot. This wall was incredible.
They were bags I had never seen.
No.
And I'm such a bag lady that it was awesome. I am knitting the Uptown Pullover by Tori Yu. This is amazing pattern. I don't think I've knit a hat and some mitts by Tori, but never a garment. This is a fantastic, very enjoyable knit. It's DK and long sleeved, but I thought, you know what? I really love the mesh. I think that's a great simple lace for summer, and so I'm going to make it a t-shirt. And I'm still knitting it. There's a lot more on this than there was last time. I'm trying it on. It fits great. I love it. And I did a sleeve.
Oh, you did the sleeve. You finished the
Don't
sleeve.
pretend like you're interested now.
I am
Forget
very
it.
interested.
Even my husband said last night, he goes, "Oh, I love whatever's going on there." He said, "I really like this part of it." I was like, "Okay."
The sleeve,
Yeah.
Miller.
Well,
I
the holes, I guess.
Don't you love it when they Shane? I don't know if he's joking. No, I know he's not joking, and I tease, but I'm like, he's like so interested sometimes. Like
Yeah.
he's
We're so lucky.
Yes, whether
Yes,
he is or not, he pretends like he is.
Totally. And
No.
it just does make, yes, I love that. We're
Yeah.
just so incredibly lucky. So I did, and this is so great. These sleeves, there's one side that's knit 2 together, one side that's SSK. So there is that mirrored lace. It's
Yeah.
not slanting both the same way or both the other way.
Yes.
I love it, you guys. This neckline right here is unfinished. This is just my cast on with a smaller needle. And then a
Gorgeous.
couple of knit rows and then you change. But you know what? When I put this on,
Yeah.
you're supposed to come back and do an I-cord bind off on this. I'm not
Yes.
going to do that.
Why?
Because it looks really good on.
Okay,
This is
that-
just a nice.
Okay, so you're done.
Okay, so it looks similar to this. So I really like. Yeah. So I'm not.
Okay,
I'm not
good.
going to do that. And then I just did a little bit of 1x1 rib, which is also in the pattern. When you do it long sleeved, she does quite a decrease here. Anyway, it's awesome. I could do this in wool and for winter, long sleeved, but I'm loving it. And I'll be honest, the whole stockinette situation is now boring.
Boring.
It's now boring. So I just have to power through
You
and
know
get
what?
done.
I wish someone would offer. Listen, I have a lot of amazing knitters that would say, "I'll do it."
Yeah.
But wouldn't it be amazing if those people there are people that just want to knit stockinette.
Yeah.
I'll finish your bottom of your sweater.
Right.
No, there are, but make it a real service because we don't want anything for free.
Right. But then also it's like, well, is your gauge going to match mine?
Exactly.
You know, all of that stuff. This is sort of a good news, bad news situation. The good news is I don't have to do any more patterning. And I can knit this in the dark. I can go to a movie. I can take this anywhere. You know, the bad news is it's a little bit boring sometimes. But that's also just my mindset because I already thinking ahead to my next project.
Yeah.
So I just need to enjoy the zen of the stockinette.
That's what you have to tell yourself.
Right.
Good morning, Rebecca. Yeah, for sure.
Anyway, I love it. This is the color Regatta Blue.
Star said she will knit for yarn.
6044. You should take her up on it.
So cute.
Star is awesome. And like I've been sort of going on about, it's the Sandnes Garn Lina. I'm sure it's backwards. It's spelled Line. And then Tin Lina, same fiber, in a fingering weight. Somebody said, I tried this yarn, but I found it splitty. And I will agree with that. It is something that sometimes you have to make sure you get all of the plies in your stitch.
But that's where a nice sharp needle comes in. Don't be using
But if
dull
it's-
wood.
Yeah.
I think the sharper it doesn't mean it's not going to split, but the sharper the needle, the better
Right.
it is.
Hello, hello. I agree. And honestly, I don't find it a major thing. It's not like I'm constantly struggling with it. But every once in a while, I'll have to like, oh, there's that little strand I didn't quite catch last time. Yeah. Ultimately, though, I'm loving this.
Good.
So it's very, I was going to say, it's very fun to knit. It is, and it isn't.
That's so funny. Okay, you guys.
But we are going to go to a movie this weekend, so I will bring it with me. F1, the racing movie. Yeah,
it'll be good. Okay, you guys, I knit a swatch.
Jodi!
So, okay, full disclosure.
I'm so excited.
Full disclosure, Darlene and Joy are knitting tees for me. Not necessarily, not really tees. Layering pieces that I can use for when we travel and host.
Very exciting.
One strand of Majestic Fluff, one strand of Sparkle.
Is this the swatch?
This is my swatch. I couldn't send them black. I want black. I couldn't do it to them, so I kept the black.
That's fair.
Right?
Yeah, that's fair.
So Darlene's knitting a beautiful...
So what colors did you choose?
Lilac Ice.
Oh, I love that.
I'm obsessed with it.
That's going to look really good with your hair.
I love it.
I think that's going to be a great color for you.
And parchment, just to layer with black or denim and stuff.
I'm still thinking I need some of your undyed merino linen. That undyed base, I think it would be...
Do you want me to give it to you before I go?
No, I don't need it now.
Oh, okay.
But like, I just think ultimately that creamy vanilla color is so versatile. And classic, and dress it up, dress it down.
It's very this color, you guys.
It's super vanilla. Like it's
linen.
Not white.
No, it's so beautiful.
It's a really cool, it's not warm even. It's a very nice base.
So I didn't know if I wanted these pieces light. I wanted to keep them not only airy, but not too warm. And I know I'm knitting with the alpaca, but just one strand.
Okay.
The Majestic Fluff.
Okay.
So the first part of this swatch, I held the Majestic Fluff with a strand of fingering with the sparkle. It's so nice. It's beautiful if I was going for a maybe more warmer sweater. Winter. But then this
those sparkles kill me. They're so good.
I'll show you the sparkle. This top part is the one strand of Majestic. The one strand on now I forget the needle size. Anyway, 5 millimeter, I think. Because I wanted it like really airy.
I was just going to say, I love the open gauge.
Right.
That's going to be great.
Okay, so Majestic Fluff in the black, in our onyx
color. That's a
color.
great black. You guys are so good at black.
It took a long time.
Black, I was going to say, is not easy to get true black yarn unless you're getting like commercial sometimes.
I should have brought the fingering weight because the fingering weight is also black, you guys.
And so if people don't know, Jodi has a yarn dyeing business with her daughter, Frankie Grey Fibers. That's what yarn this is.
We have temporarily paused the shop because we're away and moving. So we are opening back up the last week of July. We'll keep you posted. But then the Mega Bling. Mega Bling.
This is my favorite. By far.
Mega Bling right here.
We were sharing our love of sparkles in our workshops. And there's lots of different ways to do bling in your projects, but this is my favorite one.
I'm just going to go on the crafty jacket.
It's also the most dramatic one. It's got lots of sequins and they're very close together, so you get a lot of them. But let me tell you, I'm here for all of those yarns, and there's some that are, they give you more yardage, and the price point is different on lots of them. But the crafty jackalope is our friend Amanda, and she lives the sparkle life, you guys. We are only knitting with sparkle because we've seen her do it originally, and she loves it so much that she carries multiple brands.
So this one is the Mega Bling with the multicolored. But as you can see, you guys, Mega Bling comes as a lot of color on color. This is that pink that is spectacular. Oh, yeah. Tracie has a sweater on that. This is the black I'm working with right now. It's okay, I can unwind it.
No.
And then you can see like there's black with gold and there's bronze with gold.
Yeah, and so if this rainbow looking sparkle is not your thing, most of them are solid colors. And some of them are tonal, like orange sparkles on orange yarn. And that looks a certain way. Black yarn with the silver sparkles looks a different way. So
this is that gorgeous core that it's just like off-white.
I love that one. That one's to me like a unicorn.
That's the one that's being knit with Darlene with
parchment?
the lilac ice.
Oh, that would be
so
great.
good. You won't even see the core. But let me show you one other one that I really love. It's called Lano Gatto. And it's one of the ones where it's not mega bling.
Yeah,
meaning,
that's super nice.
You guys, we've talked about this so many times, but this is the one if you want a little, this is the one you should choose. It's got a really fine little speckle, little sparkle. That's the one that she's
they're
knitting.
further apart.
Yeah.
It's a much more subtle but impactful. Like
Wait.
you knit a vest in it.
Yeah.
A long time ago, and that is one of the ones I've always wanted to take.
Do you remember the Stockholm slipover that I originally knit my black? Where it wasn't a fit, I'll bring it up. It wasn't a fitted tank. It wasn't a fitted vest, meaning it wasn't on top of your shoulder. It was a little more boxy, so when you finished it, it had a bit of a cap because it was a more boxy shape.
I think it's just a drop shoulder, right?
Yeah, right?
I think so.
Drop shoulder, right, rather than. Okay, but that's what I'm going for this. And I believe
For the black?
Yes.
Are you doing Stockholm slipover again?
I may. Because the one I had, I knit too big of a size.
I think yours was weekend slipover.
Mine was weekend slipover. You're right.
Okay.
And the Stockholm slipover was my electric watermelon fitted one. You're right. So that's what I'm going to do.
They
for
just
this,
have
you
a
guys.
different, 100%.
And I am going to, I've already wound my yarn and it's ready to go.
This is a pattern by Petite Knit, and it's called the Weekend Slipover.
So it's kind of like a tee/vest. There's no sleeves.
It's a V-neck drop shoulder. You can crop it if you like a cropped.
Isn't it cute?
Yeah, it's super duper cute, and I think incredibly popular.
Yeah.
There's over 1,000 projects on Ravelry, and you certainly didn't add your. Like, there's a lot of people knit this one.
I did.
Excuse me. Another thing, it's a 15-stitch gauge. I know why you knit this.
Right.
You're like, big needle, instant sweater.
So I've knit with a 5mm needle and love my gauge, you
but
guys.
I really love it. I want to make one.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to count how many stitches are in 1 inch. And I'm going to look at her full body measurement. And I'm going to divide to see how many stitches mine fit into her. I'm going to do a little bit of math with this gauge and pick the size.
Yeah. So you'll get your gauge for 1 inch and decide how many inches you want your sweater to be. Say that's 45 inches.
Right.
And you get 5 stitches per inch.
Yes.
You would multiply 45 times 5 and look into the pattern and see
What full measurement.
where in the pattern you'll find a size that's close to that.
Yeah.
And you could also, a more accurate way to do it is more like a 4-inch gauge.
Well,
But
I'm going to do
measure your inch in 4 inches, and then you can still divide it out.
I'm going to measure
to pick
4
your
inches
size.
and then divide by 4 to get my 1
Yeah.
inch. Not
So-
just 1 inch.
Right. I feel like that's a really good tip because
I think it's more accurate if you do.
our
it over-
knitting's not identical, right?
Yeah.
Like every row of knitting's really not exactly. That's why if you do knit a decent size swatch, which is what people recommend, you should measure it in a few different places. It may differ a little bit. It may not differ a little bit, but that's a good tip. But yeah, 1 inch of gauge is, don't go just on 1 inch because that's not the most accurate.
Yeah.
But I love that, Jodi. That's exactly, so you're going to do that exact pattern again? You loved it.
Okay, here's the thing. Yes, I am, Tracie, and this is why. Let me tell you why, Tracie. Because the sweater doesn't fit anymore.
Yeah, and you
I
loved
knit
it.
it too big, and then it's just too big now.
Right.
So I loved it. I loved the way it fit. I loved the shape. I loved the V. I loved knitting it.
I fully
So I'm knitting
support
it.
this decision because it looked so good.
Yeah. And it's funny that now that was black with black twinkle.
Yeah.
This is now going to be black with black again.
Yeah. Well, black with,
Yeah, but it's going to be main color black.
it's a little more in your face.
Oh.
In the best way.
I'm ready for it. Because here's what I keep reminding myself. Every time I see your garment or I get a catch of my sweater on the shelf, I think that brings me so much joy to look at and wear.
totally.
Like, you guys, we had a profesh photo shoot done
Ah,
recently.
I forgot about that.
We'll show you more when we get the pictures back. But Tracie was wearing her beautiful yellow sparkle sweater.
God, I
and
love it
every
so
time
much.
I see it,
You have to make one.
it is spectacular. That's what inspired me to
Okay,
cast this
good.
on. I have so much knitting. We have so much drive time in Ontario because we're going from Niagara-on-the-Lake this weekend up to the house that we're renting. 6-hour drive.
Oh,
And
and
then
then
back
music
down
to my
to-
ears. And
Listen.
a husband that never wants you to drive.
No, and
Like-
he likes to put in. He likes just to listen to music. So I listen to a book.
Oh
You
my
guys.
gosh. You know, when we were kids, like we're mid-50, like I'm going to be 56, you're going to be 54.
What?
How did that happen? Anyway, we used to travel, and when we were little, our parents had a station wagon.
Oh, the
And
wagon was amazing.
Literally, you guys, I wish we had one when our kids were little, but my mom would put a blanket in the back and pillows, and you could lay in the back. It was
pulling one
so freaking different than the way the world is now, and then, we could read books and do stickers and whatever. And then when our kids are little, it's like minivan, seat belts everywhere. But then there was like travel DVD players.
I don't remember if ours was white.
No, it was brown.
Hang on, there's a brown one right next to it. I'm gonna get the brown. Don't look.
Anyway, when you said road trip, and then we would drive to the mountains and we would camp with our cousins, our dad and his cousin. So their family would come and we would just have the best time. It was phenomenal memories. And we would always
is
go
the
to
best
Banff.
Fairmont Hot Springs.
We would go through to Kelowna and stop at Flintstone Village.
Picture me in the back seat.
Yeah, Jodi, that's so it.
Right, except ours was a darker color.
Ours was like tan with the wood paneling. And when Jodi was little, I don't know if it was in that car, but when she was little, my mom looked back over her shoulder and saw Jodi was on the door was swung open, and we're driving. Yes, she was that much of a problem.
Didn't happen.
She also climbed from, I don't know how she did it, but from the floor of the kitchen up onto the counter, up onto the top of the fridge to get like the cake or whatever. You were trouble. You were trouble.
It's in my DNA to eat and be chubby.
No.
I was born
No,
with
you
it.
know what it is? You're just so inquisitive. Like you were just like, I want that cake, and there's nothing stopping me. I'm going to go get it. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but when you're like a toddler.
When you're a parent and come in the kitchen and your toddler's on the fridge, on the top. Yeah.
And she had a baby probably by then.
Right.
Oh my goodness. And, oh, you guys, I could go on and on about Jodi's
And-
stories. And she was drinking turtle wax. My dad was supposed to watch her. I could just see how it went. Can you just take her? He's like, I'm going to go wash.
Again.
I'm going to wash the car and wash and wax the car. Great. Can you just take Jodi? Because I just can't right now.
Again.
She'll
Eating.
She'll
Again,
take,
eating.
She'll take two of us. And my dad's supposed to be watching her. And, he had no chance. He had zero chance. So she's, he turns around. She's got drippy green turtle.
I love her. I love it.
I'm going to die.
Mom is dying right now. I can only tell she's wet herself
So
already.
freaking funny.
Okay, so this.
So yeah, good for you with the knitting.
Right.
Anyway, Jodi,
So
you're
this
so funny.
sweater, I think that's all hilarious.
Oh my
I love
God,
it.
such good
I love
memories.
those memories. This was this Mia
This is
sweater, you
it.
guys. Denise was wearing it, and it was so good. And it's very reminiscent of kind of the style that Tracie was showing. This was favorited. I may just have shown this already, you guys.
I don't think so.
But it.
Oh, maybe.
I may at some point when it came out. This is fingering plus lace. It's a 22-inch.
So you can knit this in sport weight. You don't have to do a mohair.
But Denise was wearing it, and it was lovely.
This photo is beautiful, but I have to say so this texture, this broken rib is also goes right from the neckline all the way
Okay,
down the
this is a better
side.
picture.
And that's what sold it for me. Like it's a very simple texture, but it's so lovely. Like I totally want to make this. Everybody that saw her wearing this was like, plus it matched her hair.
She was
wearing
lovely.
lavender and
Yeah.
it looked so good with her hair. Anyway, but the pattern itself, I thought, wow.
Janice, that's such
Okay,
a...
look at I don't know about the sizing though too, but anyway, we saw a beautiful version of that.
Okay, you guys, if I'm honest, it's not all that size inclusive.
Okay. That's a bummer.
Just wait. It only goes up to a double extra XL and 127. So 100, just wait. 127
No, that's not
2.2 equals. It's only up to 57 bust. It's not really one we would kind of. I wish I would have before. Now, I don't know why, and I get frustrated with patterns. I don't know why they stop at 3 sizes. No shade to Cheryl, if that's what she chooses to do. But I would just hope in this day and age, you guys, we would understand that.
Well, okay, it's also published 2 years ago.
I
know.
I just wish
I agree.
Maybe she'll swing back to this pattern and maybe make a couple more sizes because I just don't think there's any excuse to not be size inclusive these days. I'm sorry, there isn't.
I agree.
Anyway, cute tee, great pattern.
Very cute, and it looked amazing on her.
Yeah,
so.
not as size inclusive as we would like to have seen. Okay, that's another one.
I love it. Okay, I have a finished object. What the heck?
Really?
I'm like, what am I gonna talk about? So that's another reason that I did not have as more knit on my top, because I finished 2 pairs of socks, you guys. I knit our dad. We celebrated Father's Day a week after, because we were away over Father's Day weekend.
Yeah.
So I finished those and gave them to. I wonder if they fit. I don't know yet. I hope they fit, and if not, we can fix that. But then I also cranked a tube on my sock machine for my husband.
These are so
Jodi.
good.
This is the yarn we talked about last time.
Was it DK?
DK. They call it, certain places call it sport, certain places call it DK. I found that it matched up with the Patton's Croy pretty well, which is kind of sporty, but it's heavier. For sure it's not fingering.
Did you use your 48 stitch?
64.
Oh, and just did it tight?
No, it's not that tight.
Okay.
I mean, it's what I use for Patton's Croy.
So
Right?
I'm just thinking I want to find
It's
really
a looser
good
stitch.
commercial DK fun yarn that I can crank on my 48 stitch.
Right. Oh, okay. Well, I have one. So this is the yarn. This is what it is. It's by, I don't know what the brand. Comfort is the brand.
Yeah.
So it's a 6-ply tweed that's wool polyamide viscose.
Okay.
But it feels quite woolly. It's a very subtle tweed. This is the blue. Beautiful. And all of the cream is Patton's Croy in the color muslin.
These are beautiful.
Thank you. He loved them.
Woolly, but
this
beautiful.
took all week, most
Not
of the
too
weekend.
woolly.
No, but they love a wool sock. So I did a 1x1 rib. On my tube, I put the stitches on my needle and knit up, and did the 1x1 rib and the sewn bind off, so it's stretchy. A cut in Afterthought heel.
Gorgeous.
And then just a little stripe, just because I was just feeling like I don't know. Didn't need it, but I did it.
Okay.
And I had this much left over.
Oh, really? You could do shorties.
No, but you know what? So I had all of this left over, and I just thought to myself, you know what? It's awesome. I'm going to use it for heels and toes on another one. I just don't like...
You could do opposite.
You could totally do opposite. So there's certainly enough here that I can do that. And then I thought to myself, I love it so much, I better go back to the Fiber Nook. So when we're sharing yarn, I went and bought more.
As you can. Okay, good.
Other colors.
Love it.
Because he loves these, and I make socks for, our son and our dad. And dad, usually I make fingering weight, though.
He would love those, Tracie.
Think he would love
loves
those?
my DK ones that I
Okay,
give him.
well then I will do that.
Yeah, he comments, "Oh, these are nice and squishy."
Okay, good. I'm thinking too, we are away so much between August and October. I'm gonna crank a bunch of tubes and just have them as a...
Love that.
It's a great travel knitting. Like if you are someone that, hand knit socks, of course, but if you're someone that cranks tubes, or you know someone that could do that for you.
There are people, you guys, that offer cranking tube services. So
Yes.
you don't have to have a sock machine. You can just Google that, because there are people with machines that offer a pay rate to do that.
I do love that. So in our sock talk workshop, we cut in Afterthought heels, and we do certain cuff and all of that stuff. And I love it because people think a Afterthought heel where you put in a whole half row of a waste yarn and then pull it out is the best way to do a Afterthought heel. Because they're worried about cutting their knitting or losing stitches or whatever. Honestly, if you go to YouTube and look up Kirby Wirby, Kirby, Wirby, Wirby, she shows an Afterthought heel cut-in method, and that's what we do 100% of the time when we do our Afterthought heels. It was a really fun part of the workshop, and it honestly gives a way better result than putting in a waste yarn and pulling that out.
Yeah.
The corners are the tricky part, I think, where you always end up with a bit of a hole or whatever. Go to Kirby Wirby and
she's a doll.
Have her blow your mind. Our friend Alice is here. Hello, Alice. And she said our local yarn shop, Joe's Yarn Garden, I love.
Yeah.
And they offer tube cranking services.
So here's what you could do. You could buy yarn online.
Yeah.
You could ask in the notes or give them a call. Say the yarn that I just purchased, I'd like to pay for whatever.
Jodi said you would crank tubes.
No, I know she would. She's amazing.
She is
Joe
They
is
are
amazing. So if she offers a service, you can buy the yarn and she'll do it if you want. And Canadian dollars.
It's another place if I'm really feeling like I need commercial sock yarn. She's got a phenomenal.
We'll meet there.
Corner of sock yarn. Like I've bought so much sock yarn there. It's a store that's such a treasure. It's just a little bit outside of the yarn. They call it a destination yarn store because you're not right in town. I think all of our local yarn shops are treasures, if I'm being honest. But
they all have a personality.
But if you're local and you think, oh, I'm not going all the way up to Stony Plain, do it. Like you will love it. If you're in the area, pop in and see them. They have been around for a long, long time, and there's a reason for it. They've got a great community and awesome yarn.
I had talked about these Dean and Bean. This is not our machine. We use the Erlbacher Gerhardt Speedster sock machine. It's steel. It's it's a family company. These machines are incredible, but very pricey. You run about $1,200. Dean and Bean is a company that's a little on the newer side. It is a sister and brother duo. The sister is the knitter, and the brother is an engineer. So they got together, and this is a 3D printed.
People love this.
Nothing but amazing reviews.
Yeah.
Be aware that because they're 3D printed, I think ship time right now is about plus or minus 6 months. Regardless,
I feel like that's pretty typical with Erlbacher too.
This is still. I mean, when you're talking about a sock machine, it's a bigger price point, but this is about half the price point, and it's got excellent reviews.
I mean, if you're really interested in investing in that, I can't speak to this because I've never used one.
I've only ever, it's just from reading the reviews, not because we've used it.
Yeah, no, and I love that option. It's also very light if you wanted to travel with it or
listen.
Okay, we got to go to a crank-in. Whatever that is, Tracie, we've got to go. But our machine is very heavy. It will live hundreds of years longer than us. But I also think it's a 12 out of 10.
Yeah.
I love it.
I agree.
But I would be very interested to check out a Dean and Bean.
I would too. I reached out and said I would love to test your machine. I would love to give feedback. Do you feel like sending me a machine? And they said we'll think about it and get back to you. They don't need to send me a free machine because it sounds like they're busy enough.
Right.
That they don't need extra exposure.
Right.
From the reviews and based on what I saw, I just thought I would love to give them more exposure. And it sounds like they don't need it.
And if you're interested in hearing about somebody that does use a Dean and Bean, Jen Geigley, who has a YouTube channel, loves her Dean and Bean. It's lemon yellow, which is phenomenally cute, but she actually does take it to crank-ins and things like that. And you can go to her YouTube channel and there's videos about her using her machine. She loves it.
Okay, hear me out. What if we bought a Dean machine between the two of us?
Yeah.
And we go to a crank-in with one Dean and Bean, and we'll both learn on this machine, on a circular saw. We'll go spend a weekend somewhere at a crank-in. It seems extravagant.
Sounds fun.
Right? Well, we only need one machine between the two of us to try, right?
Right.
Anyway.
Well, maybe we should look into that and put an order in or something like that.
The grocery girls buy it, and then we'll figure something out. I'm never traveling with
Maybe
the one
we
I
give
have
it
now.
away.
That's what I mean. Use
Yeah.
it. Go to a crank, and
Yeah.
when we're done, give it away.
I mean, I'm happy to travel with mine too. It's just heavy.
No, I'm not happy to travel with mine. It weighs 50 pounds. Anyway, get a true knit. What's a
Listen,
true
I love,
knit?
love. I love hand knitting socks. I love using my machine to create tubes and then hand finishing them. I know my machine can do ribbing. I know my machine can do heels and toes. But I really love the way we do it.
Yeah.
The blend of the hand knitting and the other one. Having said that, I'm going to use my freaking ribber. One of these days, I'm going to figure it out. Edmonton crank-in at your retreat in November. Maybe we'll have to do a crank-in retreat at
We'll
some
have to
point.
learn how to do it before we can host.
No, we got to have a teacher come. We got to have a teacher.
Totally.
There's a Canadian version of Dean and Bean. Okay, please let us know in the comments below.
Okay, so you guys, while we're on that subject, we're just going to look at the calendar really quick. So I'm traveling now and get back the 10th. So we're going to podcast again Wednesday the 16th, if that works.
It's perfect.
Yeah. And then the following week is the week of the 25th is the week we're going to put our November retreat up for sale. So we'll give you a heads up.
And do another video that week.
This week?
Probably.
No, I move. I can't do one this week.
Oh, you can't do one that week? Okay.
No, I can. I'll do it. We're going to do a podcast the 16th and the 23rd.
Jodi, you have a lot on your plate.
For sure
The
16th.
23rd is on
TBD.
maybe. It's a very maybe.
But we'll come back July 16th for a video, and we'll give you the following week is the date that our November retreat will go for sale. And so just thought we would throw that in
Thank
there.
you. Yeah. No, that's great. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward
what's
to that.
the Canadian version of Dean and Bean? Can you put that back up on the screen if anyone remembers? You guys,
I'm going to crank a bunch of tubes.
I am such a fan. Sound Yarn is Canadian and does 3D
Yeah,
printing.
Jamie Mayfield, let me tell you, their videos, the whole Erlbacher. Jamie Mayfield also goes to Yarnbirds and does 3-day crank lessons and stuff. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. I want to go there. I want to learn all about it. I'm not even saying that I'll necessarily change the way I knit socks. I just love learning stuff.
Oh, they do. Bear Valley Circular Sock Knitting Machine. 500 Canadian dollars. It's a
interesting.
3D printer. I haven't done any review.
Jamie makes the true knit. Really? Okay, fun. We got to look into all
The
of this
True
stuff.
Knit is a $2,900 steel circular sock machine. It looks beautiful.
Okay,
yeah,
so
beautiful.
Jamie makes her
So
own.
lots of
Okay,
options.
interesting.
Okay, we have a lot of yarn.
Star is beyond awesome, Gabrielle.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying that.
We adore
And
Star
BJ.
and BJ. So I
amazing.
love a good knitting notion because we use scissors all the time. I know we have lots, but I saw these press ink press
NNK.
NNK press at
I've heard of that. What does that stand for?
Robin's Yarnbirds shop. It
Never
didn't
not knitting?
it didn't come with a sheath, but I did buy them. But look at the gorgeousness. There was different ones. These have little dragonflies.
Oh, yeah, those are super pretty.
And then this one is just really delicate with some
that one's very pretty, too.
filigree. And I bought another, just so you don't poke yourself. Gabrielle, she said, I'll come to Stony Plain. Oh, she's so cute. So this is what I purchased. One of the things I purchased from Robin.
I love a great
Yarn
notion.
birds.
And when I do travel to other local yarn shops, I always go to the notions wall. I always go to the needle wall.
You know what I meant to go back and do? And I probably will do it online. She had the most beautiful laser cut wood sock blockers.
I saw those.
Robin, remind me of the brand because I'm going to look them up, you guys, and I want to be able to show you guys. They had some that was like a dandelion blowing in the
So
wind,
pretty.
or bees carved into it. They were absolutely amazing.
That's another thing that I just think, I can never have enough of those. They really suck me in.
Gifts, amazing price point. I think these were Under $20.
Oh, really?
Well, maybe not. I don't know. But great gifts.
They love, and they're beautiful quality. So that's the important thing.
Really beautiful.
Okay. Of course, I came away from our weekend with a redesigned bag. I had never seen this one. I think it's called the 36. I don't know what that means. Because this one's only a 9, and then this one's 36.
Funny.
I don't know what that means. Maybe it's like they designed it in the 36th in after all the other ones, right?
Yeah,
like
who
maybe
knows
they're
where the numbers
I don't
come
know.
from.
Now I'm just making things up. Anyway, it's the perfect little sock bag. It's the same thing as the other one. It doesn't have as much storage. It's got a great zipper pocket, which I feel like is all you really need. But it's like perfect for socks. So that's going to come with me sort of all over the place. It's also really easy if you have like a tote bag to shove it in there and it doesn't take up tons of room. Ultimately, I don't have much to show you here.
Cast on.
It's the very beginning of my second sock of the Playful Pop sock. So that is in test knitting, and that will be published.
By the time we come back.
That our next
Perfect.
podcast is the
Love
goal.
it.
We'll see how it
Love
goes.
You can do it, Miller.
Well, it's the group is phenomenal, and they're already knitting.
You just have to whip through one.
It's very humbling. It's very humbling. So
Yeah.
I love it. I'm just so grateful to anybody that's gonna, and then people that come back. It's very, very, very lovely. Thank you to everybody. So anyway, I got to get knitting. I just had the weirdest dream last night, and it was about Chow-goo needles.
Why? What was that?
It was about somebody was telling me, Star.
Send it to Star
I'm
today.
I text you. I totally forgot. I will.
She'll send you the pattern today.
Yes, I will. And thank you. Mwah. Yeah, I had a dream. Somebody was talking to me about needles, and I was like, no. Like Chow-goo were my favorite. I don't know how that happened.
Okay.
Just came into my brain right now.
Something just came over my mind. Star, I'm sending 2 big boxes to you. TBD. You'll see. It's coming to you. She's so amazing.
Yeah.
I'm sending her 2 giant boxes today. Okay. Were you done talking?
I think so.
Okay. I feel like
Unless you wanna-
sometimes. I'm just like,
No, it's
that's
because
why I have to write
we don't
things
have a
down.
plan. I do have one thing to share if you don't mind.
Okay.
And you're gonna, of course, love it. Our friend Sabrina.
That's what I was going to show.
Oh my gosh. Our friend Sabrina is a phenomenal knitter, and she's very generous, and Tess knits a lot.
That's FGF linen.
So this is Jodi's and Jordan's yarn. It's Frankie Grey Fibers in their merino linen fingering weight.
We'll have it back when we reopen the last week in July.
It's 80-20, 80% extra fine merino.
18.5% micron.
It's
so
ridiculously
soft.
soft.
And 20 linen.
And I've been wearing, it hasn't been super warm here, which I love. I wore my Vera pattern in red just the other day. It's that I knit in that yarn in the worsted.
It's so good.
Jodi, it's really good. Yeah. I love it. I should knit something. I have fingering, so I'm going to knit something in the fingering. Maybe that's what I cast on. Anyway, Sabrina knit this pattern. What is this pattern? I know you've just fallen in love with it. It is by Jamie Hoffman, who is Knitosophy, and it's called the Rattlesnake Fingering. So does that mean that there's another rattlesnake? There you go. It's a really cute round yoke, colorwork tee.
I love. It's so funny because Sabrina showed us hers, and of course, those are colors I could instantly cast on.
She looks amazing in those colors.
Incredible.
She loves color.
She loves color. And then I see this and think, what an amazing choice as well.
Okay. I hope
everyone looks completely
these
different.
are on the pattern page. Look at that color selection. Phenomenal.
She is
looks gorgeous. This lady did it long sleeved, which that's really fun. But the color selection for me really changes the way it looks. And of course, there's Brie. Okay, I love a colorwork yoke, and I love a knitted tee. So this is adorable.
What else? Can you send that to our group? Rattlesnake Fingering. So
what group? Text group?
Just text me, yeah, because I want to be able to follow her. Does she have other colorwork patterns?
Well,
she's
probably.
She's a new to me designer. She's just beautiful.
Oh yeah, beautiful. Oh wow, beautiful color yolks and colorwork hat. Obviously seems to like colorwork.
Check her out because.
Hey, I'm putting her in my favorites.
Okay, I just got a text from Jordan. Do you want to hear it? What is
Oh, I don't know. Maybe, I guess.
Coco is her cat.
That doesn't like you.
Doesn't not like me. He's just a real scaredy cat.
Okay.
Her text to me right now. First thing, I haven't spoke to her yet today. Coco got a big fucking shit nugget on my Minky blanket. So for Valentine's Day. No. For Easter, I don't get. My kids are older. It doesn't mean they don't like a treat on Easter. So I got them Minky brand blankets. They're not inexpensive, but it was a treat. I hadn't gotten
Never heard of it.
Anyway, I'll show you.
Okay.
They're those thick, really squishy.
How big? Like a whole body, like a twin bed size?
I did get them twin bed size. You can get them small, like toddler and up to king size.
Okay.
But it's the softest blanket ever. So apparently,
what are you going to tell her? Throw it in the garbage?
Garbage.
Okay. Yes, there's a rattlesnake DK. When that was called Rattlesnake Fingering, here's the DK.
Which is more my speed.
So yeah, like maybe if you're intimidated by fingering weight yarn or just aren't into it, that came out in 2020. So yeah, bring on the fingering, right? Oh my goodness, look at this. I don't think that's going to work.
No, don't go into it. Just.
Oops, fuck. Shoot.
Go out of there and just zoom in on the photo. There you go.
Okay, look at that, you guys.
Yeah. Colors
like
incredible.
Just gorgeous. So anyway, it's a super cute pattern, and Sabrina showcased Jodi's yarn so beautifully, and I love I mean, it feels silly that we don't know Jamie's work, but okay, she does an abominable Yeti. Like, I don't know, that's just adorable.
Okay, a couple of the patterns I'm going to show you guys are little chickens. Like a little palette cleanser chickens.
Okay.
Jordan said it's already in the wash. I had to use a butt wipe to clean it off. Okay.
A butt wipe? Oh, okay. There you go. Jodi, I feel bad for Jordan. Okay, look at that. Milkweed hat. How beautiful is that?
Beautiful.
Anyway.
See, I get so excited when I get there's a million designers we haven't heard of, but when you find one that makes you excited for this, I just love it.
So not only do I aesthetically like the pattern, it looks beautiful to me. Jamie does 20 sizes in her pattern.
Oh, that's incredible. I also want to mention, because Sabrina had shared this with me. So Sabrina appreciate this so much because
right?
The designer paid for Sabrina's yarn because she was plus size and didn't want Sabrina because she used more yarn for the size that worked for her. I don't know if she used or covered 50% of her yarn. I can't remember. But any of her plus size knitters got a big credit for yarn.
Wow.
Incredible.
And Bree said she loves testing for her. So there are 2 files when you buy this pattern. It's size 1 to 10, size 11 to 20, and it's from a bust size of 28 inches to 66 inches.
Okay.
So to me, I feel like that's way more size inclusive than we were talking about the other one.
Yeah, love that.
No, finished chest circumference, 68.5 inches. Sorry, that was a body measurement of 66, but the pattern, the knit will be 68.5 inches.
Okay, good.
So however you like to do your ease, you can choose that. Wow, very impressed. Very impressed.
I love it.
In all the ways. So check it out.
Love her. Love her pattern. Love her design.
There's one called Herbaceous.
Okay,
Really
so you
cute.
guys, I just got new. I don't think that I've had this purple shampoo before, and I might be wrong, but a Mika brand. Look at my hair.
Jodi, a good purple shampoo is a big deal.
And
for
also,
blondies.
there's shampoo, conditioner, and then there's this hair mask that I use as a conditioner. You don't need these two. You can use your regular shampoo and conditioner, but you can add a dollop of this.
A which? How do you do it?
A dollop of this hair mask into your own conditioner, and that's plenty.
Okay.
Oh, Alice says she uses this all the time.
Oh, okay. I do too.
You
like
don't
if you
need all 3 if you want to just get one. But
yeah,
it's
if you feel like you're
really
brassy with blonde or silver hair,
it's amazing.
it is amazing. Like when like when they used to say blue hair or whatever, they would put like a treatment of that kind of color, but obviously this stuff is better now. It's better now.
Yeah. It's really good.
Alice, yay.
Yeah. You don't need it all. You could just use the hair mask tub and add it to your conditioner. I did it, so you don't have to. You have to buy all of them. You can just buy the one. Flock talk.
This was fun.
Okay, so Stephanie, am I getting it right? I think it's Stephanie. Please excuse me if it's not wrong. So Steph gave us this book and said when she moved to this location where she was, she bought this because she thought, oh, there's going to be so much sheep here. She said she didn't see one. So she said, maybe you'd like to use this book. So I thought it might be fun if we just go and it be our flock talk for the day, right? Because every little page is just giving you kind of a snippet of a sheep. So you get to do our first flock talk today.
Well, I just sort of flipped it open, you guys. I've never even heard of this breed of sheep.
Well, you quickly look at it. I'm going to show you guys what I got.
Like, no problem.
Study.
Just figure your stuff out while we're here. Okay, I'm really going to just
do it and just open.
There we go. Okay.
So what was really fun, you guys, is Robin had these closed poly bags, and it was a surprise buy. And it had 2 skeins of yarn.
Pink elephant mystery bag.
Pink elephant mystery bags. I don't know if they're on our website, but if you go to her shop, she'll have them there. You knew what you were getting as far as 2DK or 1 fingering, 1 fluff.
And it shows. Like at Cakepalooza, she'll have a basket of pink elephant.
It's so funny because once Tracie bought one, I'm like,
so fun.
I want one. And then someone at the next table said, I want one. It was just like a domino.
I could have opened these for hours.
Yes. I couldn't have been, you know how of course
and
you might be disappointed.
And they were such a good deal too. Like it was a great deal. So you knew you were getting fingering and Surrey.
And here's the thing with Robin's taste of yarn, you guys. It really was
You
impeccable.
knew it was going to be amazing.
So when I opened this, you guys, this is so my lane. I can't even tell you how excited I was. So this is Skein Cocaine, which I have heard about. I had never purchased. She's a beautiful dyer.
She is awesome, Gina.
It is tweed. But look how amazing this is, you guys.
How many colors can you fit on a skein of yarn? I don't know. Ask Gina.
This is called the Special, and it's a Donegal Luxe sock, which is an 85 BFL and a 15 nylon. Actually, there must be neps in there, right? Like, I don't... Anyway, it's 438 yards. I think this would be an amazing hat.
Oh, it's so gorgeous. Look at the vividness of the Surrey.
This is also Skein. Oh, she has a different... I don't know if she's updated them.
Okay, interesting.
So they're both Skein Cocaine. It's called Purple Pop on Surrey Cloud.
Don't you love the tonality of that purple?
Yes.
That's phenomenal.
This is Dharma dye. I can almost with 100% certainty.
Oh, okay.
Dharma dye, which we use for pop rocks and mayflowers.
Oh, okay.
And the name of the dye on Dharma is called Purple Pop.
Okay, well, I love...
It's incredible. It's one of their fluorescent colorways. It's one of their great neon colorways. And the tiniest bit goes a really... Like, we use for Mayflower for 4 skeins of yarn, I think like 1/32 of a teaspoon dye. Anyway, I thought this was so gorgeous. And it was funny because it was dominoes with all the tables around us. Everyone was like, ooh, ah. And some traded.
It was like... the best knitters party game.
Yeah.
Let's all go get a mystery bag, a pink elephant mystery bag, and in the bag, I don't know if I have mine with me. You get a pink elephant stitch marker, and that's the only place to get them. So if you want a pink elephant stitch marker, you have to go get a mystery pink elephant bag.
That is so
like,
cute.
how cute is that?
Yeah.
That's made by Bluebird Makery.
So cute.
Anyway, it was just like it was like one of those crazy fun things. Like, we're doing shots. We're doing knitter shots.
We're doing shots.
We're opening mystery bags.
Okay,
do you want to hear about the sheep?
I do.
Very briefly.
Are you ready?
Because I've had about 36 seconds to read about it. But you guys, I just flipped open and it is on Hebridean sheep. So that's what
I've
they
heard
look
of
like.
that.
So the Hebrides, like the Outer Hebrides Islands, very North Scotland, I believe. It's definitely Scotland. It's actually a conservation breed, so I'm assuming they're very endangered,
Okay.
maybe. Look at their lock. That is what their locks look like. And they are thought to possibly have been, they were brought to the Hebrides by the Vikings a millennium or so ago, so 1,000 years ago. Very old breed. They grow fleece that is exceptionally variable in texture and dense. So it's very good for like outerwear things, or they're saying that you would weave it. It's woven commercially into like tweed fabrics. It's a very dark colored fleece, which
So they don't come in the light. They don't come in a
doesn't
light
look
version.
like
They're
it.
dark.
It
Look
says
at their horns.
it says when you want a dark color and a lot of durability, this is a fantastic wool.
So great for socks.
They are frequently multi-horned sheep.
What does that mean? Like four
Like
horns?
yeah, you can. I've seen horn, like what is it, the Jacob sheep or whatever, that can have lots of horns. So ultimately they can also do that. But the dark fleece is so, like, it's almost black.
That's
And like when you
really
get
beautiful.
even those Shetland yarns that say black, they're black. It's really just a dark brown. This looks very almost black. So I don't know that it's something that it's soft, that you're going to find a yarn that you want to knit a sweater out of it. But it's very fascinating to me that it's a conservation breed and it's such an old breed.
But there's also real need for real soft yarn that we love to knit and wear.
Sure.
And then really durable, coarser kind of rugs and felting.
Well, if it's spun very fine, they weave it into tweed fabric. So
Yeah.
I'm like assuming you can make suits and stuff out of that,
Wow.
right? It's great for outerwear, blankets, mats, and when it's spun fine, it's woven into tweed fabric. So maybe they Harris tweed people. I don't know what they use. Jodi, thanks for springing that on me. I hope everybody loves their little glance at a Hebridean. This is a really fun idea. I mean, who
Right?
doesn't want to learn about that's like the Flock Talk Minute?
Yeah.
But
Okay, but that's
interesting.
fun. I love it.
I think it's
love
really
it.
interesting. Thank you for
Because
that.
I could be reading about a sheep while you talk about your next project, right?
Totally.
Okay, so
That's just another way of saying I don't actually listen to what you talk about. But
I
you guys,
tuned out.
there's 100 different sheep in this little book if you can find it for yourself.
I thought it was really cute.
And it's tiny,
Yeah.
right?
So this also reminds me, there was a group of ladies that came. They traveled. It was a drive. But they the yarn shop that they're local with, and she was also there. It was her birthday. The yarn shop owner, Danielle. I forgot. But they were doing 12 whips.
Oh, yes.
The year of whips.
Yes, yeah.
So what they did was you had to get started by getting organized 12 different whips to plan to finish throughout the year. Now, if you didn't have 12 whips, you could add something to the list like clean out my downstairs storage closet or learn to drop spindle. You could put something in that slot
right.
of 1 to 12 of something you wanted to
Melissa,
accomplish.
yes.
Melissa. Okay, thank you so much. So then at the beginning of each month, someone would roll the dice. This is their yarn shop doing it, right? So it gets everybody's community excited. It gets people involved.
So they roll the dice and everybody's got to use that number?
Yes. And you've pre-assigned 1 through 12
Yeah.
what it's going to be.
Right.
So then you pull out that whip and you use that month along with other things.
It may not be knitting, which I really love.
It
Because
may
a
not
lot
be
of people
knitting.
don't have multiple cast-ons, but it's a great way to like
I wouldn't have
motivate
12,
yourself. Right.
But I would have stuff like
You might be surprised.
Tracie. And then I said, as soon as I said that, I'm like,
Socks,
maybe I do.
hats.
Yeah. I said maybe I do.
Maybe. I mean,
I thought
but
that was really fun.
it is a really fun thing. And who doesn't love like a group activity?
Yeah.
Like a fun community
Yeah.
thing.
So what I said to do,
it's a great
I
idea.
said right now we're really busy. I could see us implementing that kind of thing on Ravelry. It's just like,
Sure.
you know,
Just
like
put up
have
a
a
thread.
thread and each month we'll roll a different
It's such
number.
a great idea. We're happy to like spread the word and maybe people will pick that up as well. Or
Because I think
is it, I mean,
3
you don't,
months in maybe
do you
now?
have to,
You don't have to start January 1st. You can start at any time.
Sure.
We're just busy right now, but I think maybe a fall item, we could maybe plug it in somewhere.
Sure.
We
I just thought
fun.
it was a brilliant, simple idea that I
Yeah.
think everybody would love and benefit from.
Okay, what else are you knitting?
Well, I was going to like that Sorry Nordland one.
Yeah.
Totally caught my eye. I'm trying to be monogamous now to finish my t-shirt. I did the 2 pairs of socks and my t-shirt this time. I did not cast anything else on, but my next
You can have one more done before
I
you
want to
travel.
do one more, probably the DK, because I can get it done faster, in black and cream. So hold the phone. It will be cast on.
That new Sorry one in DK?
Yeah. Something like that.
Wide stripe, Tracy?
But
what are you thinking? What are you thinking?
What pattern?
Yeah.
Probably something with wider stripes, because this is kind of narrower, and I was just thinking I would have a different aesthetic. But I also...
Because this Saltwind Tee, this new one of Saris, was a 20 stitch gauge on DK.
And that's... So when I use this yarn on a 3.75 millimeter needle, my gauge is 20.5.
Like that you could wear with black pants to dinner or jeans to walk around.
Yes. I would wear that so much. So that's... But I also was on doing a little deep dive in Stash... Because do you ever cast on something on your birthday? Like, just because it's like, even if it's completely ridiculous, you don't need to cast anything on, but it's just the joy of like, this is something I really want to make, and I'm going to give myself that.
You're giving yourself the gift of a
kind
fun
of like, do I want to go anywhere and have a party or anything for my birthday? No. I want to stay home in my pajamas with my coffee and cast on a new knit that I've always wanted. Anyway, I was thinking about that the other day. And this is the Vintage Flannel by Anna Johanna. It's in Strands of Joy 2. And that's the front. And then the back has the word pearl. So there's knit across the front and pearl at the back on your waistband there. I just can't get it out of my head.
You've talked about it since.
It's sport weight. Anyway, that's as far as that story goes. I was looking at it going, I really want to cast this on. But I can't at this point. I really want to finish one more thing for our warm weather trips.
Hear me out.
Jodi.
Tracy.
I wasn't going to use a color changing yarn.
What were you going to do, solid?
Two solid colors.
I was thinking spin cycle.
Well, but maybe I'll change my mind. So yeah, you can show me.
Okay, so what I wanted to show you
I
guys...
do have two sweaters in that color though. Which I love so much.
The one thing I want to show you guys is Andrea Mary came up with a brand new shawl.
Oh, yes, it was very cute. I actually love that slip stitch pattern.
I thought I put it in my favorites. I'm going to show you. Hang on. Back. Hold the phone.
It's probably top of the charts on the top 20
It's called
there.
Night Lights. And she used Harrisville DK, a woolen spun, and she used Spin Cycle Dream State.
So this was originally, she did the cowl, which is so beautiful. And now we're lucky enough to get a shawl. I love this.
It's a oversized triangle shawl. I'm going to show you when it's obviously her husband's a photographer and it's stunning.
I don't think he is, but he just has to.
He is a photographer. He's a professional photographer.
No, I don't think so.
He's
a musician.
Oh, he's a musician.
Yeah.
But
I think he's
an amateur photographer.
Inadvertently.
Okay, you're
a
right.
photographer,
My
but
bad.
I don't know
No,
them
you're
at
right.
all.
No, you're right. He's
But
a
you
musician.
could probably call him one now. Obviously somebody's very good at it. I think this is beautiful.
Guess what? Shelly's knitting us one as a sample in our spin cycle yarn.
Wow.
Right? Now, Andrea always put substitutions. So at the bottom of the page, there's a button you click through and it's a Google Doc that gives you yarn substitutions. And one of the yarn substitutions was Cascade Eco Merino DK.
Yeah.
Which is 100% merino yarn and very price friendly.
But isn't Dream State worsted weight? And actually, I find Nightshades to be not DK either. I find it to be quite heavy.
Well, she's suggested that.
But maybe I'm wrong.
She suggested merino DK because it's maybe fluffy.
Maybe it's just so woolen spun and fluffy.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not.
So I've
beautiful.
Our spin cycle yarn with the suggested Cascade Eco Merino.
Okay, great.
She's knitting in a real neutral color.
So you can use whatever DK you like, right?
Yeah.
I love the slip stitch. I love, and there's other color changing yarns like Noro or.
So this is our yarn.
Yeah.
This is actually, I meant to bring a different package. This is a package I saved for myself.
Oh, don't break that up.
But I'm having the shop open until I'm going to print any final orders tomorrow morning. And then I'm going to put a note at the top of the page. Any orders placed after tomorrow will ship when I get home.
For sure. Nope. Yes, so it's not closed. You can place an order whenever you want.
To knit with our spin cycle.
Listen,
I will ship it tomorrow morning.
I even think like a ship shape knit
Yeah.
with one, just a like even this cream and a color changing.
Love
I
it.
love my 2 sweaters that are knit in our Playful Pop color.
Love it.
Yeah. I have a hat, mittens, socks, t-shirt, and a sweater.
Okay. This
Like,
is
I love it so much. Oh, that's so cute.
This is Luba Androshenko. I'm totally not saying it right, but she's a new to me designer, and she came out with this little. Actually,
That's
this one is
so cute.
This one is a bigger chicken, but let me show you the other one she has, you guys. Sometimes,
That's really adorable.
Look
Oh,
at-
what's that?
you guys, she does a little baby duck and a full gosling,
That's
like baby
really cute.
and mom, and then she did. Look at.
Oh, that's
This
so
was the full
cute.
chicken and the little chick. Sometimes a palette cleanser, a little knit like that.
Like a mini skein, a little
Yes.
leftover. You could do it like if you have a little bit of mohair left over, make it like
Yeah.
a fluffy.
I love
Wow,
that.
that's cute.
I really love that. And then you can just sit it on the shelf and it just brings you happiness when you look at it, right?
Right. I wanted to share too our scissors. I know we shared them when they came back in, but I've been using mine again. These are so sharp.
They have stayed so sharp.
They are such a good scissor. If you
Yeah.
were in the market for a scissor, these are made by Kelmscott Designs. They're great for even like embroidery or cross stitch or whatever. They're so pointy. And it was funny, Jodi and I each picked a color for the handles, and I just think these are amazing. They're such good quality. I just hadn't been using mine for a long time. I lost a pair, and they're my favorite scissors.
Yeah, love
by
that.
far.
Tom's Crafting Corner.
Hi.
TJ from Oklahoma.
Hi,
Good morning.
TJ.
Also, what we have, you guys, I can't remember if I showed you this new minty color in our
I don't
window.
think so.
We have 4 colors, but we've added a little minty greeny blue, and it's monogrammed with Grocery Girls. This is the most amazing notions
These are
pouch.
such good notions pouches. I love being able to see my stuff.
And it's long. Sometimes you need something long, but it's still small enough, you guys.
It's long and skinny, but I can see everything. You don't lose anything. You
Yeah.
can see mine is literally the perfect size.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm loving that too.
Okay.
What about
Okay.
Okay.
Also, this one. This
Oh,
one
yes.
we have also. This is the leather notions pouch, but it's hinged. I've showed this before. We have restocked them. They're leather and a little monogram.
those are great too.
Yeah. Anyway.
Both of those are such a good gift as well. When we were in Columbus
Yeah.
at Yarnbirds, I could not resist a little project bag. These are so cute. They're makeup brand?
Very Danish.
I think so, right?
Are they?
I don't know.
The fabric was very reminded me of.
It's a heavy canvas with it's got a big bottom, like me. But it's such a great little size. It's deceiving how it looks little, but really it's quite mighty.
This is so
It holds a
nice.
lot. Okay.
It's big.
I know.
Okay, so good.
Okay, I want to share with you also what my pink elephant mystery bags were. I picked one that said DK and Surrey, and I got yarn. I've never even heard of this person. Let me tell you, I love this. This is what I got, and it's by Apothecary Fabrications. This is her brushed Surrey in the color chestnut, which I think is so gorgeous. And then this is her DK in pomegranate.
I feel like you would have
What
bought this.
the heck? Oh, it's like,
Yeah.
it's perfect.
It was, yeah.
I love a fuzz, so I intentionally chose a bag that had some kind of like fuzzy Surrey in it. And I know I'm going to use this.
It's funny because had Tracie and I been reversed, it would not have been the right pick.
Well, I mean, but I even still think yours is amazing.
But you wouldn't have chosen it.
I might not have
Over
but,
this.
but together, Jodi, I think those
know,
are going to be
so
amazing
good.
if you hold them
Yeah,
together. So anyway, this is Apothecary Fabrications. Beautiful, beautiful yarn.
I agree.
100% fine merino. This is really squishy and soft.
Hannah would love a hat knit in that.
Right?
Yeah, gorgeous.
Jodi, that's such a good idea. Or a little cowl or one of those
Yes.
little skinny scarves that you don't need a lot of yarn
Yes.
for. And of course I opened two because I was like, this is so fun. Like, it's like opening little Easter eggs or something.
Well, that was like me
But
at
better.
the Pearl Factory
Right.
in Hawaii.
Yes.
You
All of
can't
that.
stop at one.
Or like a scratch ticket.
Aloha! Okay.
Okay. This is someone I've loved forever.
Oh my God, we love.
I picked a bag that said 2DK. People were getting the 2DKs and they were the same yarn. So I was like, you could do so much with that. I want that. I got 2 skeins of Yarn Hero DK, and they're stipple DK. So it's
Oh, it's soft.
it's very soft colors. This one almost looks watercolor. It's called Apple Core.
It's marled, color changing yarn, you guys, but this is so soft.
I thought it would be amazing in a color work. Like this is the color
Oh,
work. So it's very
beautiful.
subtle. It's a subtle like brownie brick red and green and sort of a creamy base. But the yarn itself is soft and squishy. I love it. There were other people getting like a big turquoisey kind of. So anyway, it was beyond fun. So now I'm totally addicted to the pink elephant bags. I think they're brilliant. And Robin treated us to. I got to ask her about this. Who dyes this yarn?
I know. I tried to figure that out too.
I
I think she told us, but I forget.
This is the Grocery Girls color that was in our swag bag for socks.
I love it.
Come on. I'm winding this up and cranking myself a little tube to make some fun socks.
I love it.
I love those colors together. I think it is so fresh and summery. It's beautiful. Thank you, Robin.
Okay. Another pattern that I loved, you guys, that was stripy and fun. This is a V-neck. We don't see as many V-necks. It's a DK, and it's by Meiju Callio.
I love it. It's
Brisala.
gorgeous.
It's a DK, 25 stitches. Oh. But look how cute that is.
Well, and it's just like we were saying before, like it's a beautiful classic shape, but there's decisions being made that make it look, it's a special, unique. I
shoulder.
love the way they've color blocked the
Yeah.
shoulder section and don't start your stripes until, that certain point.
Oh, that's so good.
And I just am total sucker for a stripe. I love it.
I love it. Very size inclusive.
What's-
Up to a finished bust of 66.75.
Fantastic. And what's the gauge on that?
25 stitches. That's tight.
25. Okay.
With a 3mm, I would choose.
You
to
could
knit
even
this
get
at
a finger-
4mm and change my gauge.
Well, you can even get that gauge with a fingering weight
Sure you
yarn.
could.
Yeah.
Sure, you could.
So,
I love this. Okay.
oh,
guys.
and I love the Heidi Kiermaier one. I want to show.
I'm going to show that too. This is called the Apiary Cardigan by J. Mio Knits.
Okay, that's gorgeous.
It is a worsted 12 stitches.
Oh my gosh, yes,
It
please.
is the cutest little wrap of a. I would probably have more positive ease. This is adorable how she's wearing it with less
I would knit
negative
that.
ease. And then this, you guys, how cute is that?
Wouldn't that be beautiful over a little dress or tunic, or
Yes.
even just with jeans and a t-shirt? But
Yes.
like you were saying, maybe not. I would have more positive ease. Just sort of have it skimming you, but like tied at the waist. I would absolutely knit that. She's got a handbag.
Yeah. I love this.
Wow.
And a beautiful all over stitch pattern. I just thought it was beautiful.
And it looks like, is there fluff? Is she holding 2 yarns together? Or what's the yarn? Hobie Tweed Delight. Maybe it is just a fluffy yarn.
It's that
Maybe it's not fluffy. I'm just
it's
not.
that blip, that neon
Okay,
blip. Those are little
that's
naps of
cute.
tweed.
Okay, love that.
Okay, let's show the
Wow.
Heidi Kiermaier one.
Yes. It's the
one is that?
Space Tank, this one.
Oh yes, you guys.
So I test knit the Space Time sweater
This is DK.
last spring. And it's the same thing. It's DK. But Heidi, look at the shaping. Like that's
I'm going to show you a
Gorgeous.
more close-up photo, but look at that.
The way she does the increasing throughout the yoke looks similar to, I haven't knit this one, but it looks similar to
beautiful
the Space Time.
shoulder there.
But look at that shoulder. Look at that fit. That's gorgeous.
That is engineering.
Really beautiful.
Sweater engineering
really,
at its best.
yeah.
Okay. Max the knitter came out with a really cool summer
I
kind of.
saw this. This looks amazing.
It's called the Whisky Sour, and it's sport weight 19 stitches. It's just
That's a nice gauge.
beautiful.
Okay, that looks really cool. Like you can see, the type of shirt that it's modeled after.
Yeah.
And now this knit,
Retro kind of.
This knit is totally giving you the same exact vibe as
Yeah.
that. That's a great photo.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's beautiful.
What's next for you?
My cookbook recommendation, or I can share. Okay, how about this? I will share with you. When I was raving about my Tweed sock yarn,
Okay.
I went back to the Fiber Nook yesterday and I was just like, these washed so nicely.
Oh, Dr. Joyce is knitting the space tank.
Oh, Joyce, you'll love it. You'll love it. I love the Space Time.
Yeah.
I don't wear a lot of
know.
tanks.
Yeah.
But I would totally knit that if I did.
Oh, that's
Okay, this is it. This is the same yarn. I went back and got 4 colors. I got the hunter green, a very dark brown with kind of a orangey fleck in it.
I love it.
And this is the gray. And of course there was a medium brown as well. So this was
Beautiful.
These are like $23 for 150 grams of DK.
Those are biggies.
Listen,
Yeah, I love that.
this would be amazing sweater.
Yes, it would, you guys.
This
The
is
softness
great
is
for socks,
beautiful.
but I love this yarn. I would absolutely knit a sweater in this yarn. And this is, so each ball has, I want to say 390 meters of DK.
What?
Sport to DK.
Say it isn't so.
I feel like it's more,
I think it's sporty.
it's right in that zone of you could probably get both gauges.
I'd be interested to try and crank a tube of this on my DK and see what happens.
Well, take a color.
Yeah, I will. I mean,
But that's, Peyton's Croy and these together. So I feel like they're very similar.
yeah.
They worked really well together. My son loves green.
Yeah, I love it.
I just...
Beautiful.
Anyway, that was great. And you were saying you wanted a fun,
Yeah.
true DK?
Yeah.
You've seen this before.
Superwash?
Yes. Okay, but this is the 8-ply. This is like worsted.
Okay. Can I have that?
Yeah.
And then I'll replace it for you. I'd like to
No.
try. I'd like to crank a tube and take it with me tomorrow.
This is like worsted.
And
Because it's 150 grams and 320 meters. So 100 grams would be like 200 meters, which is worsted weight. But it's such a cool self-striping. And it's actually divided in half. Like there's 2 repeats of color in here.
so smart.
This is Lang twin socks.
And
but the 8-ply.
I'll get another one and I'll do an experiment.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on using it right away. So go for it. Do whatever you want to do with it. But just know, Jode, I actually thought it was DK. I don't know. I did not
okay
look.
with thicker.
It was, well, this
I
is
can
that.
just I can just make a little bit bigger.
This
of a
is
stitch.
that.
I'm gonna do it.
But you might need,
Because Shane would wear those wool work socks from
yeah.
Mark's.
I actually did not look as close as I thought. I remember thinking,
No, it's gonna be.
I just
good.
love the color. But this is also available in 4-ply, like regular fingering. You might see it at your yarn shop.
Oh, I'm excited to try this.
Yeah, but
Okay, good.
Thank
you.
Just love our yarn store. It was so
Can
much
I have
fun.
it? Thank you.
I love it. But also I went and treated myself to a skein of the Appledore DK from John Arbon, which also Fiber Nook carries. This is where I got it.
It's such good woolly wool.
I am in love with this color called Pig Snout. It's much prettier than the name might sound to you.
John
but it's
Arbon-
very marled. Like it's very kind of like speckly, sort of all, combed together.
They do good yarn.
I'm going to just swatch with it and just see what...
You can quote me on that. They do good yarn.
They do great yarn. They had a sport knit at a sport weight at...
Did they?
Yeah. But when
I feel
I
that,
look
please?
at this, I think,
Fingering.
I just think maybe you could
Sorry.
get a sport weight gauge with this. That's what I...
False. It's fingering. Do they
Let
call
me-
it fingering?
No, they call it DK, right? Isn't that what it says on the front?
This is not DK.
Well,
What's the yardage?
it's funny because it is 100 grams and 250 meters, which is what you would call
DK.
DK. But it looks to me thinner than some DKs that I've knit. So I'm
the
very
fiber
interested to
weighs-
swatch with it.
Interesting.
Right?
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, it's 100% wool. It's 40% Devon close wool, 40% Romney, 20% Exmoor Blueface.
okay. Can we just stop at pig snout for a second and who approved that?
I don't know what the vibe for that was.
Pig snout.
Listen.
Worst name.
Right. Maybe they're like, we want to keep this color all for ourselves. Let's give it a weird name so nobody buys it. Not going to work because I love it.
Whoever named it should be fired. I hope it's not John.
Jodi, maybe there's a story that goes with it.
I don't know. But pig snout should not have been approved.
It's very funny though, because sometimes you'll buy a yarn because of the name.
How about apple cider?
Boring.
No, boring. Let's name it pig snout.
Listen,
Anyway.
maybe after the apple cider, they decided to name it Pig Snout. Anyway, it's beautiful. I can't say enough about the
Good thing the color's so
The
good.
apple door is stunning. Like this yarn is so beautiful and so it totally calls my name. So anyway, I'm gonna swatch with that and then make plans.
Yeah, love it.
But it was really fun to dash over to a yarn shop yesterday. It was a terrible time of day, like 4 p.m.
What are you thinking?
I know. Traffic was not good, but
my
that's
God.
okay. Put on some kind of podcast and
Okay.
Bob's your uncle.
So I am going to show you something else.
Did you take one of these? You
No.
can.
I'm going to take this one for now.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
What did I do with the other one of those?
I put it there. Did it fall? You had 4.
No, this one.
Oh, I think you'd already put it down.
Okay.
Okay, so unless
don't
I
think so,
took it,
Jodi.
I don't think I took it.
It doesn't matter.
So this is
It's around somewhere.
This is a very cute bandana. You know what I like to do? I went into patterns at the top of my page. Patterns at the top of my page, and then it gives you the highlight reel. And then I always click browse in this order so I get to this configuration. And then what I do is at the top, you'll see a tab you can sort by. So I'm going to click the drop down menu and I sort by new to Ravelry. And that
Okay.
gives you all the new ones and you can just go page by page. I really like, that's how I discover some new to me.
I like that.
Yeah. Okay. So then I, add things to my favorites and stuff. So let me go back to my favorites and show you this really cute little bandana.
That is adorable.
It's DK weight. It's Studio Anellis Ravelry store. It's called the May Bandana. It's just so sweet.
That is really, really cute.
A
I mean,
little
you
bit of
can
a
wear that
ruffle.
lots of ways.
Well, I feel like around your neck.
Yeah.
Hang on. Let me show
Just
you.
a sec. What does the rest of it look like? Oh, yeah, it's just a try. So you can tie that around your neck if you want, but I love the way she's showing it with,
The little eyelet
that's
through the
really
ruffle.
pretty. Really
that was
pretty.
really cute.
It is.
Yeah.
Can you show us Tin Can Knits? Because we don't want to forget.
Okay. Yes. Tin can. It's so funny that I didn't see it. Ravelry store. Okay, view all 213 patterns. It was one called, hang on. I'm going to go into my email.
It's got to be on their Instagram.
Tin Can Knits. Okay, it's called the Grove Tee. And it is so cute. You can go to Tin Can Knits website, not Ravelry. You can go to their website to find this pattern. I'm not sure why it's not on Ravelry,
Okay.
but it is
I know. I saw a picture of it.
so cute.
And this is really cute too. This is a reel on their Instagram page showing you how they showing you the construction. So really fun. I would just love knitting that.
I feel like you guys, this would go really fast. She did it with hand spun, actually. The dark color, if you can see, it's her hand spun and then it's a fluff in between. But
Here's her swatch. Oh, shoot.
it would go so quick because of these big yarn overholes would just grow so fast.
And that to me, I love that little bit of a few rows of garter, yarn over knit two together, and then you
Yeah.
knit back. Like
Can
I
you see
will
if you can find that in the app? please?
Sure.
I had trouble. I couldn't
I
find
love
that
the
in
Tin
app.
Cabinets app.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good morning, Kim. Okay, so next pattern I want to show you is, hold the phone. Notebook favorites. I just get so excited. I love going through these new patterns. The next one is called,
Is that Grove out yet? Oh yes, here it is. Okay, it's in the app. It's in sock and lace weight, 20 sizes. Oh gosh, it's so cute.
so cute, you guys. And
And
anything,
what a great stash buster.
anything you've bought on Ravelry, good morning. Anything you've bought on Ravelry, when you download the app, you can link them so you can have your patterns that you purchased brought to the app.
Right.
It's amazing. Okay,
And it looks like here they've used like a speckle. So you're using, okay, this is really cute. 20 sizes, sock and lace weight. So
what's the gauge?
the gauge is 17 stitches and 32 rows.
Oh, music to my ears.
Love it. So it might look all squishy when you're knitting it, but when you block garter stitch and lace, it really opens up and grows. So
You guys, this would fly off your needles.
it is 20 sizes from a 19.5 inches chest to 73 inches. So baby to big.
Okay, what do you think if I had knit this?
This would be amazing with the playful pop.
Yeah, I'm gonna have someone knit
A
that
colorful-
for us.
Like
And-
that would be the fingering weight, and
Okay.
then the lace weight could be
Oh, I love that.
whatever.
Okay, next is called the Mono Tee, and it's by Anne Wenzel, and we love her. It's sport plus light fingering, but the little details in this very beautifully classic shape is incredible. It's these little shoulder details.
She's a beautiful designer.
Look at
I don't know that
this.
I always find her very size inclusive.
It is. She is size. It goes up to 145
Great.
centimeters, so it's hovering right around 60 inches.
Okay, awesome. I love that.
So don't we figure that that's
Yeah. That's beautiful. I love the yellow and the
But
dark.
look at it's a separate color, you guys, slipped on the shoulder and the seam and the neck.
I want to make that.
Tracie, it's so
I haven't
cute.
seen that.
Just came out. Just.
Well, I do love the way you inspire me with things you've seen.
Well, I can't always get as much knitting done, but I just think these new patterns that get us all excited, right, are so fun. Okay, this one, you guys, this is do you want to have a tank top and shorts? Okay. This is called the Susanna Singlet.
She must have the shorts separately.
Yes, she does. This is Malin Hardener Datter Sudden. That's not right, but look at this. This is a moment. Cute little shorts and a matching tank. You buy them separately.
Oh, it's like Bermuda shorts. That's so
How cute is
yeah, that's
that?
really cute. Really
love
cute.
that.
Really cute.
You guys,
Good morning,
I
Amanda.
Adore a matching set.
Okay, you want to see something hilarious?
Tracie.
Jodi, this is so funny.
This could be one of your 12 whips.
Oh, never. I would never put this. No.
Garbage. I'm
You're
burning it.
insane. I was going through a bag, and this was all the rage, and I think a lot of people still make
My
these.
lips are so dry.
These scrappy blankets. Look, this is as far as I got with one of those mitered square blankets. 12 squares. I feel like this is only good for like a toy
That would've been a
doll
doll.
blanket.
The American Girl blanket.
Something.
Cute.
I just think it's hilarious. It brought me back, and these are all like, I know that this is nomadic yarns. Like, these are all just fun. I know this is
That's fun.
yarn ink.
I love that you thought you would do it, but if
Hilarious.
I'm honest,
Not even a very good effort, but I just found it in my bag. So there are lots of mitered square blankets. And really, when you see these done, or even the ones that have a little bit of like a dark color,
you always love that.
where it looks like a frame, like it really looks to me, it just brings all these random yarns together when
Yeah.
there's some kind of a border
Absolutely.
that's consistent.
Okay,
Gosh.
that's what I love about I only got 2 squares of my crochet top that I'm doing, so I didn't bring it as one of my whips. But that's what's beautiful about it is this. There's that common color throughout, and you've got the pops in between.
Jodi, I forgot about your crochet project.
I'm still working on it.
It totally inspired me. Like,
yes,
I love it. Somebody just said I can make a pillow. You're so right. I mean, I don't know what we're gonna do with it, but anyway, I just think it's adorable, and it's a blast from the past.
That's so funny.
I actually think this speckle was Vivid Yarn Studio.
Oh, we adore her.
Yeah. So anyway, good for you if you're the one that made a whole blanket. There's people that made more than one.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to share my cookbook. I bought this a few weeks ago, but I've actually cooked out of it. I may have shared it. I don't think I did, but I may have. This is called, in the summer, when it's hot out, I just find we eat a lot of like dinner salad. Like make your meal around the salad, right? A really cool, lots of stuff salad. This is called Every Salad Ever. Sorry if it's backwards. I'm sure it is. The author is Greta Podleski. She's Canadian. She used to do a series of books with her sister called Looney Spoons.
Oh, that's such
which
a cute
were
name.
humongously popular. And she did one a couple years ago called Yum and Yummer.
That's
Mine
so
is
cute.
dog-eared. And
Really?
yes, it's so good.
Do you have a favorite you can think of right off the top of your head that you loved from that?
Well, there's a chocolate cake that was phenomenal. Lots of the things in there are like healthful recipes. This cake was not. It was like a cross between a cheesecake and something else.
Oh, Julia.
Yum and Yummer is amazing. Okay, so I'm at the bookstore in the cookbook section, and the lady that works in that section, who's a cook, we were chatting, and she's like, I said, do you have this book? She goes, do I have it? She's it's so good. And I would agree. Like, it is literally every salad ever. There's all kinds of salads with grains, and like, you name it, it's in here. But she's actually just a really good chef and pattern writer. There's a bunch of QR codes in here that take you to videos, and there's tons of content in there. There's party salad. You know, you don't have to search for a bunch of recipes. And I love just having this in my kitchen, in one of those little cookbook stands to remind me, like, yes, you buy the cookbooks, now use them. You know?
It's funny you say that because I just packed mine and I'm like, I don't have a lot. I'm not a cookbookie like you.
I'm a cookbookie.
But I have some, and I think, I wish I would go to it more often when I'm like stumped on what to make.
Right.
Because they're not difficult.
No.
And a lot of times it's ingredients you have. You might just need the protein or whatever. But if you have a good stocked freezer, you probably can put together pretty close to what the ingredients in the recipe for the salad.
And
you might.
I totally agree,
Yeah.
Dode. And she's got things in here that are like the things that make things amazing, like roasted chickpeas and the parm crisps and marinated feta, like all of these little extras, tons of dressing, tons of marinades.
Yeah.
But if you want something more like whole menu, the Yum and Yummer is phenomenal. It's phenomenal, but this one is really salad oriented. But I really love a simple meal. Like if I had a cool salad like this, I don't need much more.
No.
Right? Especially in the summer, you know, my husband likes to grill. But there's like niçoise, like fancy salads and not so fancy. Literally everything. Every kind. And her title is so true. Like there's pasta salads and beans, like everything. Things that I don't necessarily think I'm going to like. But you know what? I'll probably try it now that it's in this book.
That's so funny.
I just got one. Teacher here, and is Jodi losing weight?
Yes, I did.
Star says, I love a good salad. Star, you might like this.
Okay. Here's what came to mind when you said this. If I won the lottery, I would pay somebody. I wouldn't have a full-time chef. That would be crazy.
Why?
But I would have somebody come in.
Like prep a bunch of stuff in your fridge?
Once a week and do meal prep. Because I don't mind doing the other stuff. And I don't mind doing all the stuff. I just like doing too many other things. So I would have someone do like all the prep, the dressing, the extra sides, the little things so I can just build.
And I do love that. I love doing that. But it takes time. So every week I'll make a couple of salad dressings just in mason jars. But it makes cooking so much easier because now I know I don't have to fuss with the dressing. And I know I have. So I totally hear you with that. And I do it all the time. Like I'll make often like a like a sesame spicy, like a soy one that's so good with just cucumbers.
Oh,
but then I make my
you're very,
vinaigrette and that fresh dill one we had the other night with dinner. Like, just, I love having fresh dressings in there. And then you can do whatever you want.
I'm also so we've have someone that reached out, you guys, that's helping us with some IT stuff, which is absolutely incredible. So what we've done now, and we talked about this last time, is we've pivoted from like right now from a book club with a meeting each month, what we're reading now and books we're going to recommend for the summer.
Yeah.
Right?
We would love to be a book resource for you, like to share what we're reading, because we are passionate about, and it's really just popular fiction and stuff like that. But when you go out in the world, there's so much to dig through. So I love sharing. And what happened to our tech sister, our sister book club?
I know.
We need to get that back going.
So what we're going to do is we're going to recommend books and what we're reading. Books we're excited about and books we're reading.
Can we take 5 minutes and talk about one that we recommended and is on our website called Pictures of Him?
Yes.
By Clare Leslie Hall.
Yes, it was so good.
So I just finished it.
What did you think? I've forgotten it was last month.
Okay,
I finished.
it was the one where she is. It starts with her in a facility, and she has selective mutism, where she's not speaking, and so, you know, the whole book is flashbacks, which I found, if I'm being honest with you, I found it a little tough at the beginning because it's multiple character points of view and it's multiple timelines.
It's like back and present.
So it's the guy 15 years ago, it's the guy 4 months ago, it's the girl, but there's several of them. So at the beginning, I wasn't loving it because I felt like, okay, I'm just pushing through. Am I really keeping up? It clicks. You get in the rhythm. The story becomes so compelling. The characters have so much emotion and history. I just think Clare Leslie Hall is a phenomenon. I mean, I will read anything now that she puts out. It is a mystery. It is a love story. It is someone working through a mental breakdown, and you wonder what got you there. Like, what did you think?
I don't remember all the details, but what I remember about it is both her books started with an event that got you so intrigued in the first chapter that she works you through, and then obviously you find at the end how it all comes together. But that one event has you hooked at the very beginning. The first one started with that trial, and you don't know who and why. Yeah. And this one is started with her in the bed, not being able to speak.
This woman is suffering. Why is she suffering? Why? What happened?
I love a story that takes you from present day back generationally. And that's what both of these books has done.
This book, its story kind of broke my heart a little bit.
Yes.
And you feel I felt very like entwined. Like I only read just before bed every night. And I read every night. Like when we travel, I have my Kindle. There is not a day that I don't read. And it's just part of my winding down at night. I don't look on my screen so much at night. But reading always. Sometimes if it's really good, it's like 2 hours. Sometimes it's 15 minutes and I fall asleep. But this book made me look forward to that time every day. And I actually finished it in the morning. The other morning I woke up too early and I was like, great, now I can finish my book.
That.
But I love these characters. There was tragedy, there was mystery, it was so meaty. Like when I get a book like this, I like to say that it's meaty. There's so much to dig into.
So much.
So it was, I think, a great vacation read. And I think it was a great summer read. I think you will end up loving the characters. And if you didn't know this author, you're so lucky because there's 2 more books that you can now also read. But I love it too. I love it too. So I do have a couple of recommendations. Okay, I just read that.
Okay, so this is one. Okay, we love Taylor Jenkins Reid. I've read several of her books. Malibu Rising comes to mind. I really liked that. She also did
Daisy Jones and the Six,
which we all loved.
Didn't she do The 7 Lives of Evelyn Hugo? Or is that her? Yeah, so that's the first one I ever read.
You guys, and those are all coming to movies. This is a brand new one. I have it in my thing. It's called Atmosphere.
Just came out last week.
And you got through it already?
I finished.
Okay. She is a great read. It's not really a mystery or a thriller. It's a really good story. How would you describe her writing?
It's very character oriented. You love her characters.
You love her characters.
She's really great at creating a world for you to live in, right?
Yes.
This one is about the first class of astronaut candidates that they've accepted women. So it's in the 80s. 1980 something that they've got this. So if you think back on the 80s, like, things have changed a lot since then. So it does focus, your main character is one of these women and her family life and her work life, and there's struggles everywhere. It is a love story, which was beautiful. And I loved it. I zoomed through it.
I love it too.
I zoomed through it. I found the characters very, very, like, they really pulled you in.
Totally.
I want to know more about you. Where is this going? And then at the end, I was like weepy. Like, I was like, just weepy. It's very emotional at the end.
I love those stories.
It was really great. It was a great way to spend my time. Fantastic summer read.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, you'll love it.
Okay, so this one has not, this came very highly recommended. It's called The
know that
Ghost
one.
Rider. It's by an author that I haven't read before, but it's kind of a buzz book right now. So that's also one I wanted to share. It's called The Ghost Rider. This is in my want to read section, and I'm hoping to get through it while I'm on holidays.
Okay.
This is a really good recommendation. It got great reviews.
Okay.
Also, one I'm reading, I've started, you guys, and it's very good, and I've read her before. It's called Famous Last Words by Gillian McAllister.
Oh, yeah.
That's
a great
thriller, mystery, great characters, back and forth, told by more than one character. This very good.
I love a multiple character point of view.
Too.
That one, that Clare Leslie Hall, though, that pictures of him was like not only multiple characters, but multiple time frames. I had to like step it up a notch to keep up in that. I'm going to show you two, you guys, that just came out. These are authors. I don't even read what the book is about. I just get excited they have a new release and I buy it. So I just bought these and I'm looking forward to them. Riley Sager, With a Vengeance, and Lisa Jewell, Don't Let Him In. There'll be thrillers, there'll be like juicy storylines and really good characters and whodunits kind of things. I love them both. And I also wanted to say, you love these guys too. You always
These
read
are, I just want to say, and we've talked about it before, these authors that we read time and time again, I don't even read what the story, I don't even read the, what do they call it? The synopsis or whatever the book is about.
The description.
I don't even read it. I know I'm going to love it.
You know what else I do now? I listen to some book podcasts, like where they interview authors.
I love that.
And I enjoy hearing them as people instead of just having their work. I really enjoy that. Jodi said, pick 3 books. Let's share 3 books each. So my third book to share is one that is not new, but I think it is so unique and so different. And I've read it twice, and I don't normally read books over and over. It is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab.
You couldn't say enough about it.
I
haven't done that.
Okay, it is so... I think that story is so unique and so different, also meaty. I love it so much. I just think I just think I loved it. I loved it.
Kim says Melinda Lee is a favorite mystery author of hers.
If you have
love the recommendations.
If you've not read The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue or put it as an audiobook or whatever, I bet you will love it. And I think it's actually a perfect choice for a summer read. Val said she loved it. See, maybe you guys have all read it and I'm just sort of saying, hey, you should read like Fourth Wing. I hear it's really good. I don't know. But it's such an emotional story, and it's a relationship book, but it's so many, it's one I've never ever read before, and I'm sure I'll never read another one like it again. Hi, Wendy. Wendy, you must read it. I promise you. I love it. I'll get Ravelry messages from Wendy, and we like recommend books back and forth with each
love
other.
that.
So this is one I'm going to recommend. I know it's old, but I loved it. Like times 10, I loved it.
Love. Okay, so you know what I'm missing? I'm missing my Ellen Hildebrand summer
Are
book.
you?
She retired from her.
She's one of the podcasts I listen to. She's got more books coming. I don't know why she said she retired.
She said she retired. She said it was going to be her
I
last
know.
book.
And then I listened to her book podcast, and she's got books coming. I don't know that they're Nantucket books. She's got one coming in the fall that she wrote with her daughter, who's an adult, and it's about some bougie prep school with like
Great.
juicy story. I think we'll love it.
Okay, good.
I know she said she retired. I'm not sure how true that is, but
I would just think, I wonder if you're an author and you say you retire, and then there's books that just have to come out still.
maybe.
Like
And also, it's like every year she was cranking out books about Nantucket.
Yes.
So you just think at some point, maybe you hit your limit and you're just like, I feel done. I feel done with this.
Okay.
But it was like, I don't know how many books, 25, I don't know, crazy amount of books. She and her friend Tim, who's a bookstore owner, I believe,
Okay.
they do a podcast called Books, Beach, and Beyond.
And she lives in Nantucket,
She
right?
lives in Nantucket.
Yeah.
He lives there. I think that's where his bookstore. Anyway, they're great to chat to. They get lots of good authors, so that's why I listen to them. But yes, Jodi, I know that you're probably a representative of a lot of people waiting for like a
It was
Nantucket
always
summer
that
book.
gorgeous, like it took you away and
Yeah.
it put you in Nantucket, and it was the escape, and her writing, I love it.
Yeah.
It was an easy read, and I miss her
Aw,
dearly.
That's a good beach read.
It's a good beach read.
Like, yeah.
This is a brand new show on streaming now, but if you haven't read it, I would highly recommend. I devoured this book.
Jodi.
There was, again, it's younger characters, but it's not. I don't know if it was a YA original young readers, but it's such a good book.
Okay, well, I will read it because I said to you, what's this show on Prime, this We Are Liars? And you went, you haven't read the book?
It's so good. Jordan finished the series. She said it was incredible. We've both read the book.
Okay, Wendy just said she just
Yeah.
finished the series. It was so good. You know what? I'll be honest with
good.
you. I always prefer the book. So
Yeah.
I feel like even
Jordan
if
said
you
it
loved
was-
a book, that
Yes.
doesn't mean, like, if the show is not your jam, the book still could be because it's so much better.
Yeah.
For me, it's so different.
Okay, and one other one.
I watched Sirens on Netflix.
Okay, what did you think?
I loved it. I
thought it
did
was
not know what to
good.
expect. Loved it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Wendy said, what a shocking ending.
Okay, you
Wendy.
guys. So it was like it was an incident, and then it was like everything that happened in between, and then you find out at the end. It's so good.
Okay, so it's the beginning of summer, and we just want you guys to have fun recommendations. We will post these.
Emily Henry, Book Lovers. Jordan said it is her favorite of all of them.
Okay.
That's another one we'll recommend.
Okay, so you send me pictures of everything. We're going to do a big book recommended post on
yeah.
Instagram. We're going to put up a little reel of our time at Yarnbirds because we just had the
sweating.
best time.
No, I put deodorant on.
And it's just glorious right now. Like, it's summer for us Northern Hemisphere people. And don't forget, please leave us a comment. I don't know if you have anything less to say, but I don't want to forget. We're doing that giveaway here on YouTube, you guys. We are so grateful that you show up for us. It is such a joy
Yeah, we
to
love
get together.
I was so excited. today.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Even if it feels like I don't have a lot to talk about, I mean, I do. Like,
That's why it's kind of nice to add, like, I think a lot of us love to read, or a lot of us, I don't know, just little things we're adding, I think is
I love the
fun.
lifestyle part of it too.
Yeah.
Yes, we need a lot,
little
but
bit
we
of a
also
balance of
do other
both.
things. And actually, when we talked about sweater sizing in our last video, I have to go back and answer people's comments because we talked about like actually measuring your body. When was the last time you did that? You
Yeah.
keep knitting the same size. Maybe it's not the right size. There were lots of great comments about that. So thank you guys for always leaving great comments about, hey, that was me too. Or, it really just, inspires us, and it just reminds us how big the community is out there, even though we're just sitting here by ourselves.
Yucking it up.
I just love hearing, how things relate to you as well. So we are thinking about you guys, and we just love seeing
I
you.
was just looking at my list. I think I didn't forget anything,
Okay, good.
unless I forgot to put it on the list.
You know what I forgot?
And
To
then I
write a list. That's what I
Yeah.
forgot. So I really hope I didn't forget anything. Jodi,
So we'll be back in 3 weeks, you guys.
we hope you have the best trip.
1, 2, 3 weeks today.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to do a staycation,
Love it.
which is actually my favorite. No
Yes.
packing, no traveling, no traffic. My husband and I are going this afternoon to buy plants. We're gonna plant raspberries.
Fun.
I've got some. He cleared out these beds that we had behind our fence in the alley and all the way up and down our driveway. At one point, we did have raspberries, and I don't know if they just stopped producing or what, but
Yeah.
it's not there anymore. Anyway, giant digging job, quack grass for days. So we had to dig that out and put in
big
new
job.
soil. Oh my gosh, no thank you. Like, he did a great job.
Yeah.
So today is go get raspberries day. I'm gonna get a rhubarb.
Yes.
So I don't really know
You
what
know
I'm
what?
getting.
You should be on an acreage.
I know.
You, Tracie,
I would do those raised planters. You need to get some of those horse trough things and make.
Tracie, I have 6 10 by 5 raised flower
You're
beds.
so lucky. You're so lucky. We can do it as a community garden, like where all the whole family
Well, I
does.
said, you know what I said? Dad, you just got 6 raised beds.
Right.
'Cause I think you really enjoy it. You guys each take 3.
Totally, Jodi. Anyway, my little teeny gardening experience in my backyard right now is exploding.
Yeah.
I picked freaking broccolini.
And ate it.
No, but
No, threw
because
away,
it really
but I picked
like
it.
I picked enough for one person.
Yeah.
But I'm really looking forward to getting some more raspberry canes.
I would love to update things like a tab on our page, like favorite recipes, like your favorite coleslaw recipe, your all those things that we like.
I would love to. I'll put the coleslaw recipe out there. It is Mum's.
It's Mum's
best It is.
It's like a basic vinaigrette, but you have to use Lowry's seasoned salt.
People go crazy for it, and we all pig out on it, and it's universally loved.
Yeah.
So I would happily write that recipe, do a little photo, make a bowl, and do it.
Do it.
I would love to do that.
Do it.
I do love to share that kind of stuff. Roasted rhubarb with orange juice. And you know what else I want to plant? A Japanese lilac. A neighbor down the alley has one too. I don't have a lot of room other places for it, but I just love lilacs. So anyway, that's my afternoon. I'm so excited.
Have
You need
the
to pack a
best
bag.
few weeks.
You too. Everybody else out there, create something, read a book, enjoy summer somehow, even if it's those just 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Right? Carve out a little bit of time for yourself if you can. Come see us on Instagram. We are there. We had a big announcement released on Instagram. And we will also have a little email going out with the same announcement. So we hope
Yeah.
you get our emails.
Go check out Instagram. We'll talk about it next time.
Something we're super excited about and we think you will love coming down the road. So yay. You guys, it's so good to see you. Somebody just said they just found us a few weeks ago and they love it.
Welcome.
Thank you for
We're
that.
so glad you're here.
Thank you for that. Mwah. Big kisses, you guys. See
Janice,
you soon.
okay. I'm going to put Janice, the wasp nest, in my notes for next time.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye, guys.